How are you folks in all parts of the world? I hope you are so good. You are so good. Welcome to our program. Welcome to our program where we talk a lot of things, where we discuss a lot of things. Welcome to the program. Today we are talking about South Africa. South Africa. What is happening in South Africa? Namhlanje going to ask many ngendaba ezakale South Africa. Abantu abaningi kakhulu bayakhala okwenzakale South Africa khona ngale. A lot of people they are crying. Uthi kathi South Africa yavuka ubhekenyane sokuntshintshila kwena kwenzakalayo. Yeah, kasikhulume nini. Welcome to the program. My name is Marshal Commander Philip Simanda. Namhlanje bakwethu I invite anyone honest enough, I want anyone to come and join us and tell us what's your take about into in South Africa khona ngale. I've got some videos which I want to play. I've got some videos abanye abasoze nama video ngkhona, but abanye bazawabona ngoba I'm broadcasting from YouTube, I'm broadcasting from Facebook, I'm broadcasting from Twitter. We are discussing about the situation in South Africa. I've always said things are very bad in South Africa, and abantu bemphikisa abathi hayi Marshal Commander let's meet here. Namhlanje mfuna ukuthi nizikhulumele lodwa ukubana okwenzakala South Africa ayithini ngakho. What's your take about what is happening in South Africa? A lot of people have been accusing me saying I just talk. Yesterday I was on Twitter. I was invited at a debate on Twitter, and that Twitter was full of South Africans. They started insulting me. They insulted me using umama, umama and other South Africans, because I tell the truth as it is. What I said on Twitter yesterday was thina abantu base Zimbabwe singabantu abalomusa abalenhliziyo ezinhle kakhulu. Why do I say that? Right as we speak right now, South Africa, kulama artists abuya ezoperform South Africa, ama Zimbabweans, they don't complain, bayahamba bayachaya. Ingoma ze South Africa siyachaya ku radio, we do everything, all sorts, we support them, we do everything to support abantu be South Africa. Kodwa bona ubana nxa besibamba ngale indlela, I haven't seen any big artist ebuye complain asithi hayi okwenziwa ngabantu be South Africa asikufuni. I've never seen ama South Africans demonstrate what is happening towards abantu be Zimbabwe in South Africa asikufuni. Kodwa ke abantu they seem to ignore. Somebody wants to be added already. I think it's Nyash Roots. Well done, Roots. We want to talk, guys. We want to enjoy. We want to talk. You are saying it's bad in South Africa. Thank you so much. You know, today I want the Zimbabweans. Malume abantu abaphenduke. Roots, how are you?
I'm good, down, Johnny.
I am very well. Right, Ruth. I've been always saying things are bad in South Africa, and a lot of people they always say Nkuluma Amanga. A lot of people actually Nkuluma Amanga. I want you guys in South Africa to tell me what is happening in South Africa, because every time when I come in here, people in Zimbabweans they say I am lying. I want you to tell us what is happening in South Africa. Be honest to me.
Ya ukhuluma iqiniso ezizoxolela dawu neflu ivoice yami ayikho grand kunjani baba?
Okay, continue. Okay.
Ya ukukhuluma iqiniso dawu izinto or isimo asikho right. That's a fact and it's no longer a secret.
What is not right? What is not right?
Ngathi like mawukhumbula baba abantu kudala masibuya eSouth Africa besebenzela ekhaya. Umuntu ungasebenza 1 month uyaphumela ekhaya or uyabuyela ekhaya, ungasebenza 2 months saze sa-adopta impilo yalana sahlala samixa nama-South Africans. Uyayizwisisa le nto? Yeah. So we mixed up nabo saze sahlala emalokishi saze sihlala kuphi. So now lesimo lesi basikhalelayo like especially somsebenzi nani uzogcina kuba hard ukuthi uphume ejaradini une-school bag sakho uthi uye emsebenzini. Yinto obuyibonayo ngikhangela manje ukuthi kuzogcina soku-difficult ukuthi uphume egeyitini bakubone usithi uye emsebenzini uyi-foreign, and leyo nto izogcina sokuliwa ema-community. Ikubona kwami, that's the way it's leading. So isimo mangithi isimo asikho right. I was in Joburg during the day niyenza i-delivery khonapha sanibona ndoda mane kubi mana kubi ndoda amaphoyisa amoshile and all the business was stood still like bad man.
But can I ask you a question, my friend? I've known you for a long time. I got a lot of South Africans follow me. On my YouTube, some of them, they say, hey, I don't know what happened. When did I start talking in South Africa?
Where do you what? Come again?
When did I start talking about the bad situation in South Africa?
No, mina ngiyazi dawu and ngiyakufollowa and we've been friends besides the page and stuff. I know you always been talking about indaba zamasa. I remember uthi wena abantu ngamane bayo-invest ekhaya what. I been long, my brother. It's been long. It's been long. Like I know that, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been long.
You know,
so,
I want to tell you this, my brother. I know what is something doing. But when I ask you to come in here, we contribute together. Babu, you won't see.
Exactly. Because now into yenzeka manje ukuthi even let's say une permit yakho manje sibabopha nje noma ubani, they don't care. Yabona? Bayabopha noma ubani.
Tell us what is exactly happening? Are they targeting people for everyone?
Ngathi babopha noma ubani esilungwana phela. Bakubopha. But on social media inkinga yethu thina abakithi uyazi ukuthi sikhuluma kakhulu. That's why ubona ngathi le conflict is between thina nama-South Africans. If ungabheka kakhulu umsindo oku-Facebook nomsindo okhona on the ground is totally different. Ongayibheka ku-Facebook silwa kakhulu thina ama-Zimbabweans and South Africans siya-challengeana, yayibona, of which mawungaya on the ground iphoyisa libopha noma ubani ezilonge unganaphepha alihambi libuza ukuthi wena from Zimbabwe sakubopha wena no. They're not doing that. But mawungaya ku-Facebook manje ungabona abantu bephendulana nanamhlahla nakusina bobantwana. It's like it's against Zimbabweans. Ungabona abomashaba bathukwa uzocabanga ukuthi lento lena is about Zimbabweans. No. Not about Zimbabweans. Not about that. Thina ukuthi asikwazi ukuthula nemlomo sikhuluma kakhulu. We are entitled. That's the problem. We feel entitled. Ukuthi sibe lana, we feel entitled to have everything. I'm a favors for you. We don't respect it out, to be honest with you. Most of the things ezenzakala manje ziyenzeka because many Zimbabweans, they don't respect. Many Zimbabwe bayamosha. Believe me, last month my young brother was arrested. How? There is these guys from Zim. They are bogus police. Basebenza namapolice.
That's all. That's come to the Facebook. Come to the Facebook live. Come to the Facebook live. Leave the streamer. Come there. Malume, I can see it. I can live on Facebook. Come to the Facebook. Everyone, come to the Facebook. You get like go to my Facebook. You see me broadcasting there. Then you can come live. We talk on how are we? But we should start with what is not right in Zimbabwe. How are we perceived in South Africa? Is the position of our own position as Abantu, but our government. Continue on.
Okay. No, I'm saying these guys, I'm a bogus police. About you, Zimbabwe. Now they became friends. When they are friends, benza angazi ukuthi baqabene kanjani ukuthi kusuka kwenzakalani. The guy or those guys use the police ukumfakela ama-explosives emotweni nama-bullets. And they framed him, wamiswa ku-freeway. Now he's attending the court. You understand? I even take the matter to the EFF and they said they are going to deal with it. But it's not good, my brother. Now, Zimbabwe, I am Mosha, Brafis, I don't know like you. Bayamosha abantu, labantu yigeveng. I won't have Misama Travai, trucks. You won't have come on. Ish. I want to Mosha, Brafis. So with that, bekumele kube ngalesikhathi ukuthi abantu baselisuthu barepile benze ukuthi have a break from there. Nathi sithe siphumule kancane. Bekumele kuba ngesikhathi kwabulawa umjida lo wase LDC. Bese sigelile imomentum kancane lapha. Bekumele sime kancane. At least sibe that comfort here, but no, every day is something else. Every day is something else. Amacables, Isporo, a lot of things.
So
too much.
So are you planning?
I do. It's not all. There are good Zimbabweans abaphila impilo yabo kahle. Yabona njengami ngingena so bengibe emsebenzini. Uvuka emsebenzini abuye asidlalele endlini abe right. There are Zimbabweans Brazil abamoshayo day in, day out. Impilo yabo vele kumosha. I know I'm a group abantu abantshontsha ama-batteries wama-booster. Abantshontsha ama-batteries wama-booster. That's their work. Umsebenzi wabo every day. Bahamba ebusuku bafika bagxekeze kuma-booster laphana bantshontsha ama-batteries. Kanjalo that's how they are. There are people abantshontsha like imishini yamanzi. Yesterday but one. I heard ukuthi kubanjwa about 6 baku-warehouse emishini yamanzi. Banchonja, like just close here. Banchonja imishini yamanzi leya. Mabefika lapho bakhipha amagama wabanye abantu baya endlini bathola omunye une-machines water almost $500,000 endlini. So you see things like that in Brazil. After this situation, after lento yonke lento, kusasa kuzwa ukuthi kuneZimbabwe elimoshwe elinemishini ekhosta $500,000. And you expect South Africans bathule. You expect ukuthi abantu around bathule. No, come on, guys. You can't do that. You understand? I saw a guy who takes Facebook manje, I think I will take you on that. Umfazi uthi yena ngimbone posted, I don't know where to talk. That lady is like a pastor or something. She was attacked by a Zimbabwean. How? The Zimbabwean sold a sheikh to that lady. Imagine you're in South Africa, you sell a sheikh, ubathengisela indawo nomkhukhu. Mayifika laphana bathi ubuye waclaim imali, loya wamtshela ukuthi no, umama ukubhadalile imali. Wathi ayahlala yanithathela intambo yogesi. Waphuma phandle wayithatha intambo yogesi. Makabuya uthi ngene endlini abadonsela phandle. Lona but why are you doing this? Umjida wamshaya ungahamba kuhole yalo sisi loyana le. Ungambona ziya ngakhona uyasho ubhuti lona useji ubotshiwe manje ikoti saphambili. But if you see such things, it's too much, brother. It's too much, my brother. It's too much. It's too much.
So Zimbabweans are
Zimbabweans are doing bad. There are Zimbabweans who are living decent. There are Zimbabweans who are living okay. But many, let's say maybe it can be half. We can go even look at the sisi. Most of our sisters bayaziwa. Manje eJoburg namhlanje emini kune nabayibiza bathi diplomat. Bababuthile today abosisi labathengisayo. Kune diplomat kuna ini bababuthile ungaya kuma videos uzowabona. Ama videos wa today eJoburg bababutha. Yeah. Bayathengisa. Most women there, they are known for that. Bakhona la immigrant emaChina bayathengisa. Umzimba. Baziya ukuthi mawufuna amahule abantu baseZimbabwe. You understand? It's not like uzobona abantu boku inqaba club yabi igcwele full pump. Make ama club of 6 7 eJoburg full pump namaZimbabwe. La immigrant Pitoli, Biloni, Kempton Park full pump abosisi. Uyayibona? The image, my brother, for Zimbabweans is very, very, very bad. Bathengisa imizimba yabo, Brian. Baningi hayi ukuthi uzobona thuzo. Ngisho ukuthi club yami igcwele ngabafazi kuphela. Ngikhuluma eJoburg. Awazi brother mina vele angizumuntu othengayo, but yeah, I know ukuthi bayasho ukuthi I think from 50 rand or so.
No, why am I asking? Umuntu asuke eZimbabwe our country is not doing enough.
My brother, that's the life. That's the life yabafazi abaningi. That's the life. I once spoke to another lady esafika. Athi yena lento bengayithandi but la ngifikele khona bayasho ukuthi they can't feed me if ngingatholi isipani ngamaneni yestradian. So nami ngabona ngcono ngijoyini. Yeah, so it's something that they are bavumile. That's life. It's life for them. It's life. Exactly. Akhona amadoda. Abanye banamadoda la. Uyasuka endlini sithi ngemsebenzini. Indoda izomphika apha. Ayitshela ukuthi hayi emsebenzini awavumela ukuthi ungene. Atshayise ngo-10 athengisa umzimba angene emotweni nendoda baye endlini.
Madoda.
Brian, I'm telling you something that I know about. Umuntu uthi ngisemsebenzini ngijasa ngo-10. Yabona? Makatshayisa azikline kahle angene emotweni zup baye endlini. Unendoda hayi ukuthi iseZimbabwe. Ila.
So, I mean, it's unfortunate that I preach this every day. All the South Africans don't like you. South Africans don't like you. Every day I preach that. You know, if you go to my YouTube, you will see the amount of people insulting me. They are saying, go to my YouTube channel and see the amount of South Africans insulting me about what I preach in Zimbabwe. I'm not blaming South Africa. That lady was telling the truth. Let's be honest. That lady was telling the truth. If we want to be honest,
Exactly.
we want to be honest on the side.
Yeah.
That lady was telling that she was wrong.
The lady was telling the truth. But there is a but about it. Why it but? Do you know that Helen Mashaba was the first one to lead into this fighting foreign? But namhlanje opposite Twitter what he doesn't support that. Why? Because I believe into law and the rule of law or something like that. Who raised the point right? Okay, fine. Whatever, if she was telling the truth, the lady is ANC. You understand? So what does she blame? Because I want to never control it. That whole thing is the ruling party ANC. Who controls the body?
Before you go further, in South Africa, when you don't have papers,
yeah, but mainly the operation. No, you want a topic here.
Yeah.
You want a topic here.
Are you supposed to be treated to the paper in or am government hospital they came?
You can be treated government is treated. But the fact is, brothers, again, Mawufika esibhedlela before uthole icard uyabhadala, and ukubhadala kwakho imali yakho ye-foreigner ayifani nemali ye-South Africa, is different. But now it's like a secret to South Africans ukuthi ama-foreigners they pay for the card. Ngigcine 370 mina. That's 370 mele uyibhadale before attendeyo. Mawufika but ewindini laphaya mele ukhokhe 370, then bakubhalela baku-admit ukuthi now sungalatshwa or something. We pay. South Africans they don't pay even. But if you're a foreigner, you have to have 370, or else maybe sikhuphukile already. They don't know that we pay. I think it's a secret. Ifana nemali lezi zama-refugees. I don't think South Africa knows that the UN pays South Africa for imali yama-foreigners and refugees. They don't know that. It's being misused in the ANC and stuff. Abantu abaningi abakwazi ukuthi ama-refugees nama-foreigners are being paid for ne-UN ukuthi babe lana, ukuthi bathole amaphepha, bakhona ukunikezwa amaphepha, ama-asylums, bakhona ukuthi banikezwe ukudla. If you are in camps, UN is paying for that. But I don't think most South Africans know that.
Just hold on, Ruth. Stay there. Today you are coming. You are coming with a fantastic way. Today you are sober. Stay there. Not just what it's your first time in life. Namhlanje ukhanya uzondile. Awazi ukuthi uzondile ngoba masengene kulayo. Yala phansi nathi tiye. Sikhulume ngamaZimbabwe nangafuna ukuthi siwathele. Iqiniso. Zimbabweans, we are useless. Every time I come to help you, you look like as if you try to what brings you here, not?
Njan put Philip bringele labalale. Ivideo lana ngiyibonile nami. Umama lona singamsola kodwa ubekhuluma iqiniso. Kukhona ngesinye isikhathi laphana owake waposta kuthiwa kulo muntu obhubhileyo eKrugerstop wathi esibhedlela sase-Liradong.
Yeah.
Ngaphendula mina laphana omunye wayethe isibhedlela esihle njani. Ayikho into enhle. Mina ngangilamaphepha apheleleyo right. Ngi-admithwe 2008 esibhedlela phansi ngisiyathola umntwana. Indlela engatrithwa ngayo ngazisola ngaze ngacabanga ukuthi ngabe bembelethele endlini mhlawumbe umkami bezongceda ngoba kwakungekho mnandi.
How bad were you treated? What happened? What transpired? What happened to you?
Ngiyamkhumbula lalwa sisa ngikhohlwanga vele igama lakhe lalibhalwe kwakuthiwa nguNothando. Anzange ngikhohle lo muntu ibizo lakhe. Ngafika nga-admithwa ntambama. Umuntu usiso wangi-admitha ntambama hayi wayengusiso lo buntu sibili waye umakhumalo waye right wangalala esibhedlela ngaze ngathola umntwana the following day. So ekutholeni kwami umntwana angathola umntwana ebusuku ngabo 10:30. Then
one second. Ruth, come out and come back. Your phone now.
You know?
Come out and come back. Feedback. Phone yakho feedback.
Okay. No
Yeah,
problem.
I want you back straight away. Come back. Okay. Continue now.
So ngathola umntwana ebusuku ngabo 10:30 ebusuku. Ekuseni babe ngichecka bathi ngibhide kakhulu angeke ngidischarge. Yey. Usisi lwana wabuyayo ezongikhangela lo mntwana wafika washawuta wabiza amagama wakhuluma izinto eziningi ngangizithulela ngizange ngiphendule ngala lokho ngihlele embhedeni ngingamphenduli
Usanda ukubeletha
ngangibelethe ebusuku kwakusekuseni wakhuluma indlela athanda ngakhona wanikeza amaphilisi ukuthi ngiwathathe ngathi hayi angafuni ngathi hayi medication angiyifuni
why
ngendlela ayekhuluma ngakhona ngizoyithatha kanjani medication what if uyangibulala ngala mina ukuthatha medication
can you tell us in brief ukuthi I can see ukuthi when you I've known you for years. When I started social media, you are the likes of the people I knew on social media here. Can you please tell us what happened? What did she say? All the words she said to you, if you don't mind me asking.
Wakhuluma kabi abantu baseZimbabwe lizozalela lapha kungani lingayizalela kini. Ekhuluma into ezimbi bhuti Philip amagama abuhlungu ngala mina ukuthatha medication kwaze kwabuya udoctor wathi wayengumlungu udoctor lana wafika wabuza ukuthi kutheni ungafuni ukuthatha medication ngamchazela ukuthi lo utheni wathi kimi yena ukhona for ukuthi ancede lo mntanami ayikho into ezokwenzeka kumele ngithathe medication because ngibleede kakhulu if bazondischarge ngendlini kube lezinye izinto ezizokwenzakala kuthola or else ngibhubhe kuzokwenzeka kanjani ngathi akungangcono kulokuthi umuntu angibulala mhlawumbe ngaye endlini ngizoba lezinye indlela zokuthi ngizisize kumbe umbhalele imedication ngizozama iplan ukuthi ngiyithenga chemist.
Was this your first child?
Hayi wakumntana wesibili oqala ngamtholela eZimbabwe lo wayengokuqala ukumtholela la eSouth Africa. So
Do you know the name of the hospital?
Angiyasazi kahle lo sisilwana ngikhohla ngelegama lakhe lobuso bakhe namhlanje nxa kuyikuthi singaya kuleso sibhedlela ngiyamazi.
How experienced do you think this lady was?
Unjani?
How experienced do you think she was? Do you think she's a senior nurse or is it much?
Hayi umuntu wakudala lo wayekhanya ukuthi ulesikhathi esebenza esibhedlela lapha. Noma kwakuyi first time yami ukuya kuleso sibhedlela mina ngikazo ngiadmit esibhedlela lokho ngabuye eSouth Africa.
Do you think she actually treated you that bad because she knew that you are a foreigner?
Yeah, wathi kanjalo because wantu wayekhangela ifile yami. Ifile musibabe beyikhangela ibhalile ifile yakho wonke ama details abe khona. So wabona ukuthi wazo lokuthi next year try us bantu baseZimbabwe. You can try us next year. Asoze ekhuluma ehlanganisa but yena ungumntwana actually. Ehlanganisa isizulu leswana ngizange ngiphendule mina ngazithulela. Ngaze ngathi kwaze kwafika ke isikhathi sokuthi njani ngidischarge. But angatshona vele ngingekho right lokumunyisa umntwana ngangingakwanisi ngethukile ukuthi umuntu wabuya wakhuluma amagama anje ngihlala ngisizwa abanye abantu ukuthi abantu batreatwa kabi but emphakathini emakhombini noma ngathi nje emphakathini hayi mina ngingahlangani lapho lokhana abantu engihlala labo engangihlala labo surrounding ama South Africans babe ngabantu abalobuntu babe ngabantu abalothando babe ngabantu labanokuthi uphile ngathi uphile emakhaya abe ngumuntu la ukuthi uyathi ukuthi hawu mngane namhlanje ngishoda ngento ethile hawu mngane namhlanje into eso but wangimangalisa usisilwa esibhedlela ngathi emphakathini hayi ngangizihlalele kuhle.
Ruth, I think when uzwile indaba ekhulunywa ngusisi lapha usisi Nonto and it's so sad that in this day and age I have lived in Europe for a long time.
Yeah.
I want to tell Zimbabweans, I have lived in Europe for nearly 2 decades. Regardless whether ulama people or awulama people. Kulabantu bomthetho kuthiwa ngamapolice le immigration. Those are the people who can deal. If immigration, then sokulandela sebebiza abemali ukuze whether ule problem or awula problem ungagula uyayelatshwa. So I don't know about South Africa, but I am sorry to tell you, I'm going to disappoint every Zimbabweans today. I want to say this, and I want you to hate me for saying this. South Africa doesn't want you anymore.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Including
abadala bethu ababebuya kudala besiza la eSouth Africa babe sithi bengafika bedinga amapolisa babefihlwa nxa ungforeigner engela amaphepha babemthatha bemfihla amapolisa afike edinga ama-foreigners babatshela ukuthi abekho. Kodwa namhlanje bayawukhipha lapha kuhlala iforeigner, lapha kuhlala iforeigner, lapha kuhlala iforeigner. Abasafuni. Abanye abantu ababuya muva bayaganga.
Competition yethu say too much, guys. Competition
sizenza engathi yithi abanikazi belizwe.
Nonto and Roots and other people watching on the panel. My question is, where are Zimbabweans when we are talking about a topic like this? Let me just say now, I have got about 10 people who can combine 1,000 pounds, 1,500. Now, I want to get you a bus to go to Zimbabwe. Back.
Where are Zimbabwe?
Where are Zimbabwe?
But Philip,
yeah.
Ungibuyisela eZimbabwe ngiyekwenzani? Uyangibuyisela eZimbabwe uzombhadalela irent, uzonithengela ukudla, uzonikeza imali yokuthi ngenze ibusiness.
How do you feel when you're being victimized, when your parents are watching you being victimized? Are you going to sacrifice to be humiliated, to be treated like a dog, or you rather go and suffer with your mother?
Lapha khona endaweni ezifana lalezo but Philip angifiki khona emsebenzini ngiright mina emsebenzini umsebenzi labelungu bayakwazi umlungu engakhuluma ngendlela engayithandiyo ngiyawuyeka umsebenzi. I remember kulomlungu engangimsebenzela eRandfontein umlungu lwana wafika eshawuta abantu babekhuluma besenza babekwenzayo wafika wathi hey you Sowetans, this is not Soweto. Yangihlala la into lana ngizange ngimphendule ngaleso sikhathi but yangihlala la ngathi hayi lo angimehli uzaza afike lapho ukuthi lolo suku uzoqala mina mayethe eqale mina ngizomtshela sigcwala kwathi ke ngenye imini wafika samthola ehlele eoffice wayengakwenzi lokho wathi kimi ufike late kwafuze ukuthi ngiqala umsebenzi ngo7 o'clock but ngafika nge7:30 ngamtshela ukuthi ngibe late ngendaba yokuthi bengisahambisa umntwana namhlanje umuntu wetransport kuyi weekend akeze so akufani la phakathi kweviki ukuthi umuntu wetransport uyeza umntwana ngisihambisele ngedwa ngayo ecrash ngize ngifuna itransport ukuthi ngize emsebenzini wangayizwisisi ke wanga understand leyo nto wathi uzombambela imali hayi ngazithule ngasebenza usuku lwaphela wabedonsa imali yami paying yami ngavele ngatsho kuye first yakhe ngathi hayibo ngileminyaka emithathu ngusebenzela okutshengisela ukuthi iminyaka yonke lemithathu ubuntshontshela ngoba manje udonse i10 khumbula ngaleso sikhathi bo 2009 10 umuntu athi R10 per hour so wadonsela i10 wathi udonsa i10
10 an hour.
Yeah. Ngathi ukhumbula ngaleso okutshengisa ukuthi wena le i3 years ebengusebenzela yona ubuntshontshela because imali yami njobani usudonse i10 okutshengisa calculator ke ukuthi imali yami ngosuku ngisebenza i8 hours yimalini ulethe imali yami yonke hayi wavela wahlanya uthe mayeqeda ukuhlanya waba ngumuntu lana osekhuluma izinto ezitheni wathi uzongibambisa angilamaphepha ngisebenzisa i-aslam yami yayidindwa vele yayingasoye fake lezi ezithathwa kuma-Nigerian shop ngangiyidindise ePretoria ngathi akunandaba ngamnceda-ke mina ngafonela ipolisi ngisithi kulabo tsotsi angizaye ngithi ukuthi kulo mlungu ongihluphayo ngafonela ipolisi ngathi kulabo tsotsi sebengenile eplazini kwatsha kwacima kwathini ngikhuluma into ezinjalo baza-ke plus futhi bayakwazi ukuthi old age lapho kuhlala omama ogogo obvious kule nkulu bazoba njani bazophanika baza-ke ama-flying squad ayengu-3 lamaveni ayengu-2 ubhudo wa-athendayo laphana wayekhuluma isiZulu okwakuthiwa nguSipho. uSipho nguye owazayo uma ngimtshela wathi efika kimi uSipho ngathi njengoba ninaye employ abantu abaningi ama-foreigners abangela amaphepha mina ngcono namaphepha umuntu munye ngamunye yi-50,000 uzoyithatha phi i-50,000 yokubhadalela amakhanda wonke lawa la anginandaba ukuthi yena uzoyifumana kodwa-ke into engiyitshoyo-ke makanikeze imali yami wabe ehambe esacalculate imali-ke ipolisi yayisifikile wabe senza okokuyilahlela so ngabe ngisithi angiyifuni wambiza ubhudlwana wamtshela wathi uyakwazi yini ungajaji abantu ngoba ubabona befuna umsebenzi kuwo umuntu lo ama-rights akhe uyawazi njengoba umbona esenza ngendlela enza ngayo ikhesi awungeke uzuyiwina very sharp and awusoze uthole lutho wena nguwe ozoba senkingeni lungisa indaba yakho lo msebenzi wakho ukuze ingayikude ingabi ande ngangizimisela ukuthi lapha yakhona ngiyahamba futhi ngangizimisela wasebona ke ukuthi indaba yakhe ayisoze ibe mnandi wavele wantshintsha wangenza ngaba yi-shift manager wathi angisaphindi futhi ngisebenze ebusuku angisaphindi futhi ngiyenza ama-shift work mina senzosebenza iday nje qha ngoba wayesebonile ukuthi indaba yakhe ayisekho njani ayisekho mnandi ngahlala about i-2 weeks ngingayi emsebenzini driver every day ebuye endlini ezongcenga ngathi angifuni umsebenzi wakho waze wakhuluma lo baba wendlini ukuthi ngicela ungikhulumele naye because uyi-hard work and uyawazi umsebenzi angimthumi so ke lapho engaphambanisa khona lami ngaphambanisa njengomuntu ngicela ngixolele yikho ukubuyela kwami emsebenzini but ngivele ngase ngizitshela ukuthi angifuni lutho oluhlangane laye ngoba ngangimbona ukuthi ukhuluma ubandlululo sukela lapho wakungasela lokhana ukuthi umuntu omnyama umuntu omhlophe.
All right. Ruth, hold on. Nonto, I want you to be honest with me today. How bad is South Africa to foreigners?
Imbi kakhulu. Angifuna uqamba manje.
You all said imbi. I want you to do a presentation to people who doesn't know what is happening in South Africa today. I want you to tell me what is happening in South Africa. We are seeing a lot of, remember social media, there is a lot of fake news. But I have been always talking about, I'm like someone who is always on the ground in South Africa when I'm in the UK. Nonto, I work with a lot of South Africans myself. You have seen me with big names. Before I say this, yesterday I attended a space at the hold on a South African. They insulted me, Moga Mama, Oranyo, South Africans.
Sure.
I was insulted yesterday. The reason why I was insulted yesterday by South Africans was I raised an issue. I think you follow my post a lot, you guys. You follow me a lot. I say on the platform, in Zimbabwe, How many times on air do you hear a South African song played on every radio station?
I saw that.
I said, how many times do Zimbabweans, wherever they are, play a South African song on YouTube, on Space, on Twitter, on whatever? How many times? So, some people, South Africans, they forget. Do you know that I have got a massive influence that I can talk to a minister called Nick Mangwana today and tell Nick Mangwana that I am kindly asking all radio stations to ban playing South African songs on air. They can
abasoze bamind but Philip ngoba umuntu ongela nto ayenzayo nje abantu laba abenza izinto ezithile abalanto yokwenza labantu bangaphandle ngoba abala ama businesses abawenza labantu bangaphandle abalanto abanayo labantu bangaphandle. Umuntu owenza umculo uyakwazi ukuthi ngenzela iAfrica. Umuntu owenza kumbe ule business ethile uyakwazi wenzela iAfrica. Kuhlukene lephovo umuntu nje.
Yeah, but listen why I'm saying this. There is what you call povo. There is what you call a journalist. There's what you call musicians. Musicians, they can play a big role in South Africa by what is happening in Zimbabwe. Why do I say that? They can form a song, a collaboration, saying, stop this violence against the foreigners together.
Mina I think akhona ama video amaningi engiwabonile ama socialite ala South Africa bekhuluma ngendaba nale ukuthi asiyena asibambaneni singabantu ba. So ke into engisho but Philip engitsho ukuthi umuntu nxa engelayo into ayenza lo muntu akacabangeli kusasa. Laba abantu abala bacabangela khona babona into nale abayenza khathesi ngathi into eright khona ikusasa ukuthi limi njani abakucabangi lokho abantu.
Who are the South Africans telling you to go out of South Africa? Abantu nje jikelele ngoba
abantu nje jikelele kube sokusithi ke abantu ababalayo bona la abantu ongababala lakhi ongabakhuluma ukuthi bangabantu abaziwa ngabantu ngoba yena uyabe efuna ukubenefit like uMashaba ufuna ukubenefita mase ufuna ama votes yikho zokhuluma kabi wenzela ukuthi athola ama votes ngendaba yokuthi uzokhuluma kabi ngama foreigners then abantu obviously bazojumpa.
It's easy manje Dawu in South Africa. It's something which has been discovered so lately that maufuna ukugaina political now.
Talk about foreigners.
Exactly. So now it's something which has been discovered in South Africa. If you want to be known, if you want to be famous and familiar fast, just talk about foreigners. Once not even a week we are trained. Not better MC what she has been in ANC for long. She's holding a top role in ANC. But unless maybe if you are in Limpopo and you are in ANC and things like that. But now look at how does she trend. Almost the whole South Africa by a mass. Just because ukhulume ngama foreigners. So in South Africa now, if you want, kungazukudala uzomuzwa ukuthi uphume ku ANC. Kungazukudala uzomuzwa ukuthi amanje sejoining iparty or seforme ini already sekane backup, already sekane support. That's politics in South Africa these days. So whatever it is, as more long as kuma election, a lot will happen. I support you.
Do you think this guy is got a chance of winning the elections in South Africa?
Who?
Umashaba Wankon.
Umashaba, if he carry on the way he is, if he carry on like that, he might win. But now the problem in South Africa, abantu ba South Africa normally bona ba decisive. In such a way ukuthi mawubheki ANC inemali phaya. ANC got money, and it's same like ZANU-PF. They've got money, those people. When it comes to election, they use money. And they buy, they use money. So it's not easy ukuthi ANC lose that much, because the ANC in a man, ANC can turn tables in such a short period of time. That's ANC.
But you know, I don't know, Nonto. I don't know. But I want to be honest with you, Nonto. You are not wanted in South Africa or in Zimbabwe.
Abasifuni ngitshilo nje mangiqala ukuthi bona abasifuna abantu kazana abasifuni ngoba
mina ngisola ama-Zimbabweans. We are too many here, guys. We've been living in South Africa singana ama-permits. We've been living in South Africa abantu bangana amaphepha banganani beku-right. But what into yenzeke ukuthi kube so manje Zimbabweans talk a lot. Zimbabweans bayamosha. I blame Zimbabweans for this. We got Mozambicans now. Kuba ngathi abekho la. You understand? Kuba ngathi ama-Mozambique awekho. Kuba ngathi abantu baseZambia abekho la. Bakhona. Kuba ngathi abantu baseMalawi bagcwele la. Full palm Malawi. Full palm Lesotho. But mainly it's about Zimbabweans. Why? We talk a lot. We smosha kakhulu. People
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I think Loazi wants to join. I'm trying to add you, Loazi. Check your camera, Loazi. Let me check there. I can see you there. Can I ask you a question, both of you? Why is it whenever I read about anything, whether it's a robbery at the bank, so Loazi, you say you want to be added, then you decline. Why do you do that for? Okay, it's fine. Never mind. So, you know, I'm adding him. Let me remove him. Right. So, why is it every time when I read about robberies or anything in South Africa, Loazi, just hold on, Loazi. And then I hear that there is a Zimbabwean involved. What's going on? Everything I read about robberies, murdering, or anything, there is a Zimbabwean involved or someone from Botswana. What is it? Why?
Baningi labantu brafiza endi iningi labo baphila ngaleyo nto, because kumbula ukuthi as much as we claim ukuthi si clever, as much as we claim ukuthi si educated, there are certain groups of people abangathanda ukuba phansi, abangathanda ukusebenza, and those people abafuni into ukuthi izomthathela isikhathi ukuthi ayenze imali or something. They are always everywhere doing izinto ezibhedayo. Believe me, Philip, abantu bayamosha, whether we like it or not. Abantu baseZim bayamosha, and mase bemoshile thina njenga, maybe let's say ngusisi wami, mina ngimoshile. The last thing that will happen, maybe uthole ukuthi abantu bangibulele ngaphandle. She had to come. Abuye abone ubhuti wami ubulewe, ubhuti wami ubotshiwe. Already naye seka blackmailed. Because guys, hakuna muntu ophile one empilweni. So now yonke lento leyana iloko iseculator between among us sonke up until sonke sesibheke. Mina ngike ngafika to the extent ukuthi angisahlali endaweni inabantu baseZim, like ukuhlala eJarati, and ngempela la ngihlala khona abekho. I'm afraid of that. We create any havoc enzima, Brafiza, believe me.
Yeah. Siyazondana futhi thina soda singahlala endaweni eyi-1. Siyalwa thina soda amaZimbabweans. Angikwazi ukuthi sinjani.
Asinedani. If someone is hungry now, you can't give him food. The next thing, lo muntu kumele enze uyetshontshe ubambe inkunzi. You understand? We can't help each other. We can't do even ama cooperatives. We can't do even ukudlala imali nje ukuthi we can't do that as Zimbabweans. Malawenzi engwaziyo mina bawu-50 balahlela nama-1,000. Umuntu within a week uyabebambe 50,000. Bawu-50 bayidlala every week. Umuntu uyalahlela 50,000 ayekhaya abuye 50,000. Maratina, we can do that. We are not even, we are not close.
Lingamnika leyo mali. Liqeda ukumnika ntambama liyahamba liyembamba inkunzi.
Exactly.
Liyamnika leyo 50,000 liphinde limlandele liyambamba imkhuzi limthathele leyo 50,000 into eliyenzayo amaZimbabweans.
Hey, ulwazi, nawu ulwazi lapha ulwazi. Uthini impela kaMthunzi long time?
Long time, uncle. Kunjani kodwa?
Una usisi wami
Kunjani impala?
lokuze no route lapha bathi eSouth Africa into azimanga kahle. When uthe South Africa ku right. Why you say South Africa ku right?
Ngithe South Africa ku right.
Your face is telling that you're enjoying South Africa. So come and tell us why your face is telling us that you are happy.
Maybe we ngihlala phezulu kakhulu.
I want people to tell us the truth. Born in South Africa.
No, mina as we speak, of course, ngibona nje ku social media, the only thing that is scaring only social media. But there's something ayikho lento lena, because they know that's where economy, mostly they always protect economy. You understand? So ngibonile impela the social media and so forth and so forth. And also, you know, when you are on the ground, you don't know much of what exactly is happening. You see? But when you dine with them and you eat with them and you meet the people really who are behind everything that is happening, then you get to know exactly what is happening. You see? Abantu bayakhuluma nje ku social media bathi Martin, but when you meet the ministers, you meet the people who are working in those offices, that's when you get to know exactly what is happening. You see? I hear people blaming, no, the minister was right, and all those kind of things. We need to look at the act of what that MEC was doing. It's totally wrong, because remember that calls on United Nations or United Nations. It doesn't matter whether umuntu bulela abantu abangu-20 at that time, but when he gets to the facility where he needs to be treated, he needs to be treated like a patient, even though ebulela abantu abangu-20. Understand? When you have nothing to do with the Home Affairs, you have nothing to do with yena ukutshontsha kwakhe or ukubulala abantu bakhe. You understand? That was uncalled for. Ukuthi umuntu ubumuzwa lo sisi ukuthi she's in pain and she's there, she's laughing. You understand? They're laughing, she's making it a joke and all those kind of things. You understand? So that was really uncalled for. Already, because here I stay with one of the doctors who is dealing with negligence. So we were discussing it just now. She's saying she's filing a court order and telling them, she has been telling them, imali is not going on foreigners and so forth, but ihamba kuma negligence. The government is paying $1 billion, $1 billion rands a year for negligence of doctors and nurses that they pay. Abantu is either operative movie or there's this that happened, and then people they sue the state and they have to pay billion back to people because of negligence. You see, so konokiana akwenzilela pana, if really kungaba ne lawyer elizomela that lady, babe ngabhekanga amaphepha, babe bheke according to ilaw yomhlaba yokuthi umuntu kahle kahle ufanele umthethe kahle, regardless of iphepha, regardless of race, regardless of nationality. You just need, as a doctor, when you were when you graduated, there was an oath that you stood there and you said, no, I'm going to look after people. You didn't say you're going to look after people.
We are finding a lawyer who can represent anyone.
Yes. So he also MEC le yezombopha. At my graduate or ngena office azangathi uyi home affairs, akazangathi yena uyi border control, akazangathi yena
what she just needs to do is umuntu angene esibhedlela. Yebo ba.
Wempala.
Yebo.
Wena le ndaba uyayinanzelela uyakhangela ngendlela seyiyo na. Because mawungabheka lento oyikhulumayo. Ama formalities izinto kumele kube ziyenzeka ngakhona. But now lento lena is not political, my brother.
Guys, let's try by all means to use as much as we can both languages, English and whatever, so that everyone can very comfortable. But if you can't, it's fine. We can.
Yeah, this issue now is political. If you look at it, it's now political. So now,
yes, it is.
As you are saying it right, the way it should be. But it's now political. She's being begged by South Africans, Zimbabwe, Afrifora, what
yes.
it supported her again. So now it won't be like a normal thing as we wish it to be. It's now political, and it will be addressed politically.
Yes,
which is unfortunate. Which is unfortunate.
That's what I'm saying. What is happening now? ANC, they see that they are losing power, so they are now listening more to the people than Ama Act Akona, a constitution, whether of United Nations, whether of South Africa, whether of, we understand. So now it's just because they are losing a grip of power. So when people say we are complaining about this, now they need to listen to people, because now they are all about, can we gain more favor from people? Aban Mabe Kalabesit, can we gain more favor? You understand? So that's why it's becoming more political, because now it's about the power. It's no longer about the constitution that they have signed into. You understand?
So
exactly.
Are you telling me? I mean, you live in South Africa, you know. I mean, I know you all know. So are you telling me that ANC is losing grip because of these young politicians?
Yeah,
yes.
They're totally losing grip. Like there is a panic. You understand? In news and whatsoever, it won't tell you the truth. You understand? Because in news is propaganda. You understand? Because remember, white people, they decide who they want to put in power. You understand? So that means in the base of televisor lab, it's something that they want you to hear. But when you get to know the politicians now, like now, we're talking about Amanda, they don't know who is going to be the next president if Ramaphosa doesn't. But already now we know a person that you can never think of. You understand? It's just because we meet those people.
Okay. You're saying already you know. You say, I mean, so you thank you.
Now I want to know.
I already getting too much politics.
No, I know. 1 minute. So you think is caused by politics? This?
Yes, it is.
No, the problem now. The problem is the elections might turn other way now.
What is your election in South Africa?
When you check last elections, a lot of youths didn't vote. And now this time around, the youths 2024.
24.
Yeah, 2024. Yeah.
So there's plenty time of ANC to panic.
No, there's not.
Exactly.
There's no
because the youths now are going into politics.
You disagree, the three of you, right? 1 second. Three of you. You are saying there's not. Let's start with Road. Why are you saying there's not? There is.
Because what December they need to decide of a leader. You understand? Already there is panic, and there was also that are going against them in terms of Ramaphosa Pala, and then there is this. A lot of them, they are facing a lawsuit and so forth. You understand? There is a lot of things that is going on. When I go to Minister of Finance abusing women, and then you know all those. Let me tell you, Potwam. I will say they must give it a chance.
It is winning. TIA is winning. TIA is winning.
Sorry. Yes.
Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing. Abelungu singabathanda siyabazonda guys, but abona they try to make things favorable for umuntu wonke. Bayazama labantu. Unlike it. Yeah, Abelungu.
It's no longer going to be this.
Mina eqinisweni, but Philip.
If
I'm racial.
Continue, my sister. Continue, my sister. Continue, my sister.
Angikho racial, kodwa ke umbuso ukuthi ube sebalungwini hayi.
I'll tell you why, my sister.
Ba right khona lapha bakhona. Ba right khona lapha bakhona. Sibasebenzele bebe besinika khona okuncane. Hayi ukuthi sibanika umbuso ngendlela abasitreata ngakhona njengamanje sibasebenzele. Sebesembusweni.
Can I ask you a question? A black man is chasing you from South Africa. A black man is chasing you away from their homes. A white man is looking up. I'm not saying we are just discussing here. We don't want to change the topic, but we want
to.
Okay.
But Philip, abantu laba okwenza bakhulume zonke lezi zinto abazitshoyo. Bayakhala ngemisebenzi, bayakhala ngalokho, bakhala la ngalokho. Babanikeza i-freedom, babanikeza yonke into, kodwa khathesi abasenelisi ukuthi babanikeze izinto zonke lezana kade besithi banjani bazabanika zona. Ngakho sokubasinda labana labo khathesi sebecabanga ukuthi kahle bangene kuma industry befuna imisebenzi bathola ukuthi ama foreigners bagcwele. Thina kungathiwa i-overtime siyasebenza, umuntu walapho ngathi i-overtime uvela uqiniso lihle. Overtime akayifuni ichayile engazibuyela emsebenzini ngo9 akafuna ukubuzwa. But ke thina umsebenzi ngiyaqhakathekisa, isikhathi ngiyasiqhakathekisa. Nxa ngiqala umsebenzi ngo8 ngiqala umsebenzi ngo8, 4 o'clock ichayile. But manje ngakaqedi mhlawumbe kumbe kuzothiwa yilokhu la lokhu senza kwenza lokho. Iyo lento engiyitsho ukuthi kunzima. Singakuthatha ngenye indlela sithi abelungu abaphenduke, kodwa hayi mina umbuso wabelungu
ngicela ukuphawula khona lapho. Ngicela ukuphawula khona lapho ngiphendula do that. Ukuthi the reason why ngithi mina abelungu bengeza, I know ukuthi we are still bitter about what really happened before. But no matter how much we still blame it on the old. We understand the reality of the matter. We are giving them 5 years. We can also change them after 5 years if they're not doing well. You understand? Already, these people somehow they are still ruling us. There's no other point. Parliament, but these people they are still ruling as we speak now. You understand? If you don't know, Afu Forum, Ibambe Cape Town Yonke. Don't think Afu Forum is there. I was also toilet paper, everything, even Agulalo shedding in Cape Town. Do you know that? Yes. Just because they put money together by call a private company, so ESCOM, to come and take over the electricity in Cape Town. So also they are legislating even here in Joburg, private company is to take off. You understand?
Engake ngizibona nje kwelinye iphepha la mina ngibone kwenye indawo ngathi yikungakho ke abelungu lekhuluma izinto ezithize balama rights ngendaba ethile lathile and lapho ibhaliwe phezulu lapha ukuthi ubhalwe ama taxpayers.
Yes. So one thing for sure, but Philip into ekhona ngumuntu ongumlungu. Yabona ongahlangana nepoyisa elingumlungu. Is either liyakuzwela likudedele uhambe or liyakubopha ngempela.
Exactly.
Liyakubuza lingabuza umbuzo selisizwa ukuthi wena indlela ophendula ngayo indlela yomuntu olitsotsi kumbe indlela yomuntu ovele edinga uncedo sibili.
Yes.
Let's go to the simple. Let's go to the simple way, guys.
Yes.
Usemsebenzini, let's say usebenza ngomlungu. Umlungu understand a sorry. If you have something what sorry, umlungu take a sorry as a sorry. Umuntu omnyama usorry wakhe ufuna explanation.
Yeah. Fanele ubhadale lo usori wakho nohamba nemali ngakho ukuthi sorry mahala la.
Uyayidonsa imali emholweni ya. Uyayidonsa imali emholweni. Hayi kodwa hayi.
Yes. You meet, both of you meet with Abelungu, you meet with the white people, you guys. I know you work for Amaki as the you meet with the white people.
Yeah.
What do they say about the current situation of the movement of Zimbabwe, the white people?
They
no,
don't
the white
support
people they're going back to Zimbabwe. White people, they want to go back to Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
White people.
Ukuthi babuyele eZimbabwe. Mina ukuthi angahlangani
with the way foreigners are being treated.
Yes. No, abakuthandi. I think ungaya ku page yalaba bathi labor what South Africa imela ama-employment abantu balana. There was this white guy bekakhuluma ukuthi whether these foreigners they are chased or people to kale wasithi yena we bring these people here because we wanted them to help us with 20 in preparations. So now we are done and dusted with them. We want to throw them. It's not good. Because these people must not delay. Contract. The contract now in World Cup. Because we wanted these people to work for us. Now it's done. As someone did. So what I will say is there is no way you can hold your ID and force a white or whichever company to employ you just because you have an ID. You need to have skill to be employed. You need to be a good person. You have to be good with good behavior to be employed. So it's like Abelungu, they don't care who are you, unless otherwise we have a skill, unless otherwise we've got good behavior, unless otherwise they have what they need. It's a company or whatever it is, they don't care. But they end up saying, no, that is of course. Why? Because who could replace her? For 20 years. It's a challenge to replace for that guy. With someone who just came maybe from college, someone who just don't know anything. So I don't know to cut the story short.
So into corner put Philip Lapa with people of South Africa, they never understood the word freedom. We understand. If freedom, I think also that the Papa Malated in Zimbabwe, also we can understand freedom. The Papa Masagu late, even though we're trying to understand. So, but about the freedom, you would see Baba Pima Mahala. They're always complaining about tax money, all those kind of things. You understand? Bahoni Mahala, Bahambe Baba Funakon. You understand? So that's why Umalema was bringing up in the financial freedom and the land freedom and so forth. But also, no matter how good Umalema is, but he's not going to be good. Umalema. The reason being, remember, economy is not for it's in the hands of white people. The moment you understand? They are going to sabotage. So it's not good yet to Malema are angry. So hence I'm saying EDA now is the only rescue as a soften the West. The economy of South Africa in the right.
100%.
Regardless of how they treated us, so that we can ease up the pressure. A corner.
Is DA the one which is dominating in Cape Town?
Yes. Even in
Yes.
Joburg, if you want.
Now almost the whole South Africa.
Yeah, almost the whole South Africa. Yes.
No, man.
eJoburg palace umuntu omnyama Cape Town umlungu.
But Malema was popular in the last 2 years. Yes. What has happened to Malema though?
No, he became unpopular because of his borders.
Politics, politics.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's leave it.
Yes. Politics, let's put a big fish.
I understand. But honestly,
Yes.
right? Can I ask you a question, the three of you?
Yes.
How long have you worked for your boss in what?
Saying 5 years.
5 years.
Saying 5 years.
Do you contribute to something like when we pension or anything?
Sokula malanga ngeke ngambuza kodwa bengimbuzela ekuhlekeni.
Yeah.
Ngithi manje sengikhulile sengila 40 years. So bengicabanga nje ukuthi umntana nami ngabe la esela something ayenzayo ukwenzela ukuthi ngihlale phansi. Wathi ha uhlale phansi if usasela 20 years more usebenza ngathi hayi mhlawumbe ihard labor ingabe sinzima kimi ngoba umsebenzi engiwenzayo unzima. Ngambona ukuthi ukhathazekile ukuthi mhlawumbe ngizamchiya. So ngase ngimbuza ukuthi njoba ngikusebenzela okwakhathesi ipension zongipha yini mase ngihamba kithi njoba besithi abasifuni wathi awusoze uyekiswe ukuthi uzobungela amaphepha sizobona ukuthi senze njani sizakuzamela enye iplan. Kodwa kudala yaqala le ndaba belokho besithi akulalelisisi ukuthi abanye bathini ukuthi liyawathola yini ama-permit. Wagcina wathi yekela ungasabi le ndaba lakho ungastress sizoba le plan phambili. Ukuyeka emsebenzini abafuni ukuthi ngeke. But-ke ngikhalela abanye abasebenza kuma-restaurant. Abantu abale pressure kakhulu ngabantu abasebenzela ngaphandle. Abantu abama-construction, ama-drivers, ama-truck drivers, abantu abasebenza ema-restaurant. Yebo abantu abale pressure but Philip.
You know why I asked you that question? I have got a message here. What you give me, Philip? I love the program. Forget about that. I love your program and whatever. What you give me? You got in Sebenzela company for 18 years. Samiso umsebenzi ngendaba zona ezikodwa ipermit yami ipermit yami ibisebenza kwathiwa kona sesimiswa umsebenzi sengine 3 months ngimiswe umsebenzi ngangicontributor imali yami yepension ngile private pension imali engayinikwayo ngiye-private pension within 2 weeks bangile government abazange baphendule abaphenduli lokho bengaphenduli bathule zwi. That's why I asked you that ukuthi you work, let's say you work a company for over 20 years. And then we talk about, okay, after you renewing contract, amaphepha akho. This is the total any money is a government pension now. That is my question. What about that?
Le imali bayabalwa abazozithola. Abanye inengi vele hayi sizabhubhela mahala uyachichuchichi lokhu sayiniswa amaphepha bezidlela imali.
But I
think in South Africa most of the companies are private special.
Yeah.
Belonging the government. Some of them they don't pay to the government. A lot of. So now it's not easy.
Can I ask you a question, both of you? Let's just say you are saying of course, but definitely let's say you are earning very well, good earner. Ubu sebenza for 25 years. Ubone ngani pension ngaba imali after 25 years service in a very good job. In a good job, Lord.
esebenza ku-government ebambelwa imali ye-government ubone ngani imali yakhe angaba worth ingaba imali 25 years
Yana yabona
Philip nxa bengakhokhanga bengayenzanga iyafika koma 100,000 sokudependa ngokuthi iholo lakho belihamba but imali 5 years iyafika koma 100,000 ola 18 years ha urichi phela lo 18 years.
That's what he said. He said, I'm expecting something like 200,000. I can't.
More than.
I wish.
It's a lot.
More than 200,000.
Yeah, more than.
Even half a million.
18 years. It's not a job.
Can't depend on a company who serves it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Among companies, they don't pay.
So, we understand what this anger is even in the official. So, if you are like for your money, you will not get it. Among officials, you understand? Because they know there is we are born now that power. So they're only waiting. Our contract our permit are terminated and all those kind of stuff. You see, so just because this is personal, if what you think the people are working in the office and forward your papers of saying to get your money. So even if you are liable for your money, they will not keep you. Because the thing
but who benefits that money? Who benefits 200,000?
Higher labo government, no more to learn.
Government.
This is pathetic, man, Zimbabweans. Honestly, no, it's not right.
Listen, Izolo bengisethi mina ngahlana nomunye another guy was Cape. Who was talking about the corruption in Cape Western. You understand? The reason in abantu abasebenza uthola umashona but it's still at work. Uthola ngamagosi ukuthi
awusakali kahle bafo.
Ifoni yakho
ngiyazwakala manje.
Yeah.
Ngithi mina izolo mangimhlala out lapha utshela nge-Eastern Cape ukuthi i-corruption yakhona is too way iyabhetha ngoba abantu kuthiwa ngama-ghost workers. Ama-ghost workers yilaba abantu bashona loan system and they are basahola. You understand? So you can imagine ukuthi if they are ghost workers South Africans abalama IDs. So that means also kulama ghost workers angamaforeigner that are supposed to get their money thatwa ngama officials.
But it's so sad. Yeah. It's so sad in Kwate. It's so sad. It's so sad in Tunzi. Yes. Right now, as we speak, there is someone who is in a scenario. Yoguti, into sikhuluma yena le engxenye wami isumsebenzi. Sikhuluma so there is a Zimbabweans right now here on this platform who doesn't want to come and tell us about the experience of his or what is happening. Then we are trying by all means. What is it? No.
Actually, Maliake, yes.
Listen, I know a lot of unfortunately, my best lawyer died, Stephen Kekan. But I have got so many good lawyers in South Africa, whereby they can work their name to help Zimbabwe. I am telling you, there is no rule. Because you are a foreign. That is
it can be like a job or whatever we can take it. But people, if they relax at the last day, you would rather resign or do something to say much. Otherwise, a lot of people yakhuphula ama-permit okuqala maka-expire i-FNB yavala ama-account ayinga
Yeah, right.
yavalela abantu ama-account anemali bathatha imali zabantu.
Yes, it's true.
Just ukuthi i-permit yakwi-expire bengazi ukuthi azorinyuwa bavala ama-account simtime bebhekile ama-dates kuphela. Yayibona.
But yabona ukuthi mina bengise Standard Bank angisawazi ukuthi nini ngabuzwa ubhudlana wayincedisa ukuthi njengoba silokhuza ama-permit ethu engasoze asebenze ukuphela kukaDisemba sakwenze njani bathi i-account ye-customer asiyivali.
But you can't be guaranteed by that.
Wakhuluma njalo but mina ngathi what if unayivala bayakutshela every January bayakutshela kuphela ukuthi iza uzofika kuphela e-office ba update ezinye izinto yinto abayenza i-Standard Bank but ababuzi into eziningi
because remember by law you can open a South African account in Zimbabwe. You understand?
Yes,
you can do that.
A foreign account.
Yes, you can do that. Yeah. I remember Philip opened it.
I've got mine for a
I remember you. I remember uyivulile la.
Ngicela uncede but Philip kwenza ukuthi ngihle ngivule kwamanje.
Nansi.
Ngivule ngihlale nginayo. Standard Bank.
FNB.
Yeah.
FNB ayijabulisi. FNB lestory manje.
Foreign account into efuna kuphela passport yakho kuphela. Don't listen to lies. I do things with the reference. Everything nansla.
Ngizohamba ngiyababuza. Ngizohamba. Lapha ngiyabuza ukwenzela ukuthi
FNB
yazi ungayenzini ungayivuli i-permit uyivule nge-passport number.
Nge-passport.
Yeah, uvule nge-passport.
Foreign account. Yeah. Ikhona sibili ikhona sila ikhona mina ngisebenza.
But ke manje makuyikuthi ke kuzoza sebebona income every month from la South Africa bazoba le problem.
I-foreign account eyami imali yami ingena from outside eyami account ingena from outside almost about 5 ku-account yami straight ifakwa
And also the good part about the foreign account, you can also ask them when you uyibheka ngama-US dollars.
Thank you.
Yes, yeah, US dollars. So that means I fluctuating a rand. You understand?
Yeah.
I fluctuating a rand. ihamba ne rate ye dollar ukuthi dollar European and so forth. So you can keep it there if you want.
Yes. Ngafika ekhaya ngisithi abantu benjela manga besithi akula forex endlu yami sibengena ngamalo kuze ngathi ngifika ekhaya ngathola kula ma-figures esibila mangalisayo ama-US abantu bakutshela manga don't listen to people abantu ngisengilayo
bank account yakho Philip ku bank account yakho
ndayo ekhaya la nansi la ende ingena ngama-US ndayo la
alright. Into enhle kakhulu ke siyafunda abantu abangelalwazi ugcine la usuchayeka so siyabonga kakhulu.
No, we need to help each other lwazi ngilamanga yini.
Yeah, kakhulu sesikhathini esinzima manje
nansi ekhaya nansi la ingena ngamalo kuze vela yishuku. Yeah, uyahamba uthi ufuna i-foreign account ikhona. So guys,
now umogeka ukuthi wife might be better as they do our apartheid.
Unonto ufuna ukubaleka ngasikhuluma ngepolitics.
You no.
Politics ngiyayisaba Philip abantu abalodlame kakhulu abafani indlela le discussion esiyenzayo.
You need to be versatile. You need to be well informed about politics, even though you are not in politics.
Yeah, into ekhona siswami ekhona yabona into eyenza ukuthi sisalele emuva kakhulu.
So Zimbabweans, my brother.
No, yakalwazi.
Yami.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, guys, let's go back to the topic. What is your advice to Zimbabweans in South Africa?
Umuntu wathola ukukwanisa. Umuntu, you know, there's no default advice. But must be always be ready for anything.
Okay,
yes.
Let me hold your mouth. Let me hold your mouth. Right.
Yes.
Let's just say you've got properties in South Africa.
Yes.
Both of you, the three of you. You've got properties in South Africa. It's not a crime to buy a property in South Africa.
No.
But yes. When we have got clowns who come in and say a foreigner, you see things, we have properties in South Africa. What's your advice to someone who owns about 3-4 properties in South Africa?
This thing is so complex, even though it's also complicated. What advice can you tell people? You understand? Because also remember, you understand? But risk also where you bought your property, where you have bought your property. People, they will want to invade your space, foreign and so forth.
So they're funny. Yeah. So property
yeah, especially in those property because
business.
Yes.
Rentisa nje abantu yena engahlali khona i-right. Kodwa ke nxa kuyikuthi yena wayithenga evele ehlala khona akukho right because bazokungenela.
Sisino uyakhumbula
bathi umhlaba ngowabo. Bathatha ngenkathi lapho.
Uyakhumbula sisino history lesi sike sa trend lesi ese Rosettenville. Okwakulwelwa i-property.
Yeah.
No, we take an foreign. So they don't even have the sense of understanding what you can be a foreigner, and you can still buy a property.
Abantu kazana laba abayazi into eningi vele ungathi ukhuluma ngakho uyavela ubona ukuthi ayilapha ngidlalisa isikhathi sami abawaziyo kangcono abazi kangcono into eziningi kuphela bona bazithatha nje kalula
ngilabantu
ngisentshintshile uhlahlalax at some point wayethe foreign talent
sesidile umsebenzi wakhe
uthi no fighting laba permit we're not fighting any foreigner, we are only fighting those who are documented. You understand? So uyamuzwa uyi-chop and change because at some point ezinye contradicta yena ngokwakhe. You understand? So umuntu onjalo you cannot trust ukumela wena or at some point ungatshelwa you are not even insured. The property is not. So my advice is before December, someone really you must know that already they are targeted. Understand? Umakhelwana already targeted.
Ngibalile sibukhuluma iqiniso. ukhuluma iqiniso
Can I ask you a question, guys? I have got the big guys who own our farms in South Africa, Zimbabweans.
Yes.
They own our farms.
especially laba be-Northwest abaphuma la ku-TV.
Yeah, they own our farms. Umuntu uyabele inkomo ezifika kuma-70, 60. Inkukhu ezezalekayo. What are the chances zokuthi balandwe ebusuku one day?
No, guys. This thing won't affect everyone. That's the. Later, I saw the affect. Let's say Kupas are affect a little communities. Kuma communities la kukhona nabantu emadorobheni la kukhona nabantu la kuphithizela khona ila kuzoshisa yeah, so it's not ukuthi izo affect umuntu. It won't. It's about la affect khona la kujosi indawo lezi ezinespitipiti. That's where
hold on, guys, hold on. I have got a caller very far, but let's listen to this caller. Hello, caller, we can hear you.
Hello.
Yes, right. Yeah.
What is the
Okay.
I have you on the phone and on the computer.
Okay. Okay, guys, we have got someone who's calling from America, so he wants to help us here. Let's listen to him. Just hold on. Okay.
Let me also check myself off the earpiece. I love good process.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Wherever you say Africa is stupid, very stupid. It's not really planned out. It's not able to work out.
Yeah.
What's really important first, right? The attitude. In a few words, you take attitude. Because it's very good. Ngazange sachasisa wayephambili but nxa ulalele ukusizwa ukuthi kulamavila lapho eSouth Africa.
Yeah.
Jobs zona ezenziwa ngabantu basekhaya. Into ekhona ukuthi we have this AK when the elections are coming, go foreigners, there's foreigners like America, same thing. These people, these foreigners are taking our jobs. We tell them to the way the conditions that our Hispanics are
Hold on. Yeah,
it's very stupid when it's a political thing. Gimmick that they do all the time. So because there's international law, when these people have and their pensions legally, they've got their properties legally, they don't like because they're all documented, all these 180,000 people, they're documented, it's not that they're not documented. Our lawyers should have, because there's international law and South Africa is not left out of that. That's it's going to take a long time, more legal issues will take a long. But these people did not steal this money, did not come in and work illegally. They were working payments. So South Africa should pay up and give these people money up.
Yes, they worked illegally to a time where they stopped it. So they must pay them from legally to the time they stopped.
Yeah.
That economy is going to be brought down because
just hold on, Sisi, don't go. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Continue, Sisi. Thank you so much. I mean, what do you think about that, Ilwan?
No, but you know, that's what I always say to people. It depends how much you know your rights.
Yeah.
And also how, because as much as he's saying, they are impatient in terms of the law. Law must take its course, and then and all those kind of things. Also, we have to waste a lot of money and all those kind of things. So there's a lot of process in each government to approve that. There are a lot of things, and already country.
Thank you so much, Sissy. Anything you want to add, Sissy?
Hi. Whatever she said, it's correct. However, that's not the problem. And the never tell her to pay you. Come on, to you. Whatever the person I had time. It was really a wrong place, wrong person. Why did I just do it? Get all those people about this person. Charge the Ministry of Health in that. It's just this is unfortunately I have to go back to politics. It's politics, it's the nation. Even then I call on Zimbabweans in 2009 as a working stadium. No, this is out. Let me go to your man to say Congo, to your man to say Malang, to your man Zimbabweans. All those people, the people who didn't go back home, I don't have a Ibabanjan. As many as days in Zulu, okay, back to South Africa.
I know, because raising us from Malawi, I know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
South Africans, never assimilated into the country. Is wrong. But I'm saying, I'm not okay, since I'm talking 13 years, you're kicking those people out? Really? My sister works with so now what I'm trying to that's not in my job description. Job description. That's all. But I think she needs to take this to a higher level, not to existing responsibility. People that come in here, even they overstay, illegal. Especially later. You don't even keep them in for long. It's like a hotel in a very expensive hotel to stay. I don't know. But the Ministry of Health of Zimbabwe is
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sissy. Thank you so much, Sissy. Thank you so much.
You can imagine, put feeling.
Yeah.
Namhlanje bengiye-view-a enye property lapha nokuthiwa i-8 i-hotel and apartments, you know, ilapha eBenmore eSenton.
Yeah.
The only people akade ngibabona lapha, because the other side ayikapheli, abantu akade besenza i-renovation, akade ngihlangana nabo kuma-corridors when we were viewing the place, ngabantu basekhaya, ngabantu baseMozambique.
Yo,
of course,
right.
Of course.
Just hold on. How about Sissy? How are you, Queen?
Which one?
You are the queen of the day. How are you?
Thank you. I understood some of the stuff, but you know that I get confused. But
But you yourself, you look like a Ndebele from Philippines.
Katia, how are you, Katia?
How are you?
How are you, Sissy? How are you?
Hey, come on, Roots. I know once you see Katia, you want to become a Katia yourself. Right, Katia. We are talking about the situation in South Africa, my dear. What do you think about what is happening to our brothers and sisters?
Yeah, what I think is very unfair to what they're doing to Zimbabweans, because they contribute a lot. For a country to be where it is, South Africa, they need to recognize that it was not made by only South Africans, but also foreigners, and the Zimbabweans played a big role. Yes, they might running away from economics. Yes, they might running away from their own issues in Zimbabwe, but they also make a big deal out of South Africa. If you notice, a lot of Zimbabweans are well educated. They are making a difference in South Africa. So it's actually sad that the South Africans are treating Zimbabweans like that. One, because we're all Africans. Two, we're all running after the same thing. We want a better future. We want better economic. We want better life. And if they treat Zimbabweans like that, the world turns around. Today, it's Zimbabweans scattered all over the world. Tomorrow, you never know. Zimbabwe might change and people come around and live there. And I remember the old Zimbabwe where there was a lot of South Africans making farms and stuff. And it hurts today that Zimbabweans are now going to South Africa for rescue, and they're being treated like that. It hurts so much. Do you know Rwadza?
Do you know,
No,
Katia?
you can see it now in Zambia. Remember when Zambia was, you understand, a good example is Zambia. You understand? A good example is Zambia. We were not even farm. Zambia was there. You remember they had a lot of money, like the bearers check that we had also, and all those kind of stuffs. You understand? Tomorrow we can be better. We have found oil now. We might be a better country. You know, we mustn't. They might already other South Africans. I can assure you. I'm talking about business people. They're already repenting. They're not speaking like the people who are coming from the locations.
Yeah.
You understand? You see this load shedding that is happening now. It's not only cause that the system is not working very well. It's just because a lot of foreigners already they've been taken out from the positions.
Okay.
You understand? Yes. I remember that day when I was in the lift, and then I was asking another guy here at the hotel and saying, where are you from? I said, no, I'm from. He said he's from Cameroon or something. He said, what are you here to do? No, we are here to rescue load shedding.
One second, Rosie. One second. Michael DJ, come to the Facebook. Forget the StreamYard. You are in the wrong platform. Come to the Facebook. Go to the Facebook. You will see everyone, including the people like Katia. They are here on Facebook. Oh, forget the StreamYard. I'm not. Just come to the Facebook. We are on Facebook. Continue, Rosie.
Yes. So I've met, I think, about 2 guys here in the hotel that were saying we are here because of the power cuts, so that we can rescue the power cuts. You see, so you can see, as much as they don't want the people to be on those positions, but the people are already on position. Do you know how many? There's a guy that I know, an old man, is called Machinjike. You know, Machinjike, he sits on the board of ESCOM today. You understand? He sits on the board of ESCOM. There are a lot of people who are the positions that are high positions in this strategic.
One second. I have got people who are watching me on StreamYard here about a lot. They want to be added. But if you're watching me on StreamYard, scroll my Facebook. You will see 2 live broadcasts. There is one for StreamYard. There is one for Facebook. See the Facebook one where I am with the 2 people. There is Katia and Loazi. Come on that one. Forget the StreamYard. That one is for YouTube. So come straight, Michael. Yes, continue.
So there are a lot of foreigners that are in strategic position. They are not thinking economically. They are thinking about their stomachs. You understand? That's where the problem is. You see, they're not thinking how will it affect their economy. You understand? How will it affect certain positions, strategical positions? You understand? So
yeah, but people are dying in the process.
Yes. So it's so very sad how they are thinking in this time. So they will only realize it later when things are not going well. You understand? And it's not far.
What will realize later?
No, South Africans.
But do you think an ordinary South African is bothered about that?
Remember, at some point, also the things that were not bothering us until
I know what
our
you mean.
pockets.
I know.
Understand? Until our pockets ran empty, and we saw that no, Zimbabwe is no longer good. You understand? So for now, it's fine. They still have their if they are not working, they have their 600 that they're getting paid, and so all those kind of things. And also, you see, they are creating more poverty, especially poverty mentality in South Africa by giving them these subsidies that they're giving them, these properties that they're giving them. You understand? So especially to the youth. You understand? Whereas they are supposed to
make them independent on them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. You know, there is this young man who thinks he's the most handsome young man in the UK. And we want to tell you that you are not handsome as much as you think. You always come here and thinking that you are handsome. Continue with your contribution. My boy. You know this young boy called Mikel DJ? He always thinks which one of Zimbabweans they must go to Zimbabwe. Go on, Mikel.
Hey, ninjani bakithi profile ngimuhle vela boy.
Sis wangu, can you say mfana uyane handsome yena mfana?
Inini I'm love blind and this corner chiro mazwanu ndakarorwa. Twago usiku twaita 100 wanditi ndakanaka. I'm love blind these days.
We love you, Sis Ketia.
I'm married. Ndinotya kuzodzingwa kunoku kunowe. Amwari kudzingwa ku South Africa. Nonga ndakuzodzingwa kunoku kunowe kutakuriswa mabhegi.
Right, Mikel DJ, how are you? Say hi to Ketia, say hi to Lwazi. You're
Yeah.
welcome to the
Hello, linjani?
No, Zapila, we are good.
Takateka mugenga sekuru atakadzigenga tina sekuru Thomas. Akatsamwa kuti me. What do you mean? You ganging up? Hey, nice did cool down sekuru.
Here is a topic here about what is happening in South Africa. We have been always talking about this young man. I know you always say Zimbabweans are a problem, but I don't want to be. I don't want to be in your head. I want you to say today what you think about what is happening in South Africa.
For starters, uyabona profile, I'll say ukuthi the weakest always get the blame.
Yeah.
What's happening in South Africa currently? The problem, well, at first the problem was the poor. Amapun, problem. They got rid of Amapun. Kwangena umtomnyam. Now the problem is a foreigner. After they've dealt with the foreigner, the next problem will be a Shangani, a Venda, a Petty, and what. That's where they are heading. Julius Malema once said, Wuti, even if you expel all the foreigners in the country, you will still remain without a job. The problem is not the foreigner, but the problem is the government. That's where the problem is. The government is actually hiding behind the foreigner. At the moment, they are not attacking the government because they are so blinded about the foreigner. What's happening with the ANC and the government of South Africa is similar to what happened in Zimbabwe. As Zimbabwe, ZANU-PF didn't just wake up as evil as it is, but into yakhona yayiloke ikhula. By the time we woke up, it was too late for us to challenge ZANU-PF and its behavior. So,
Okay.
This lady, MEC, I think she's in breach of whatever umsebenzi wakhe. She wasn't meant to say that what she said. In message, what she's saying is right, but she's saying it in the wrong place. She's saying it in the wrong place, at the wrong time, at the wrong person.
Yeah.
She knows about that she can actually go and address her her issue too. She can even actually be able, well, I believe she can actually communicate with the Minister of Health in Zimbabwe and say, guys, look at it this way. We are having an influx of Zimbabweans here. Our system can't cope with what's happening now. And then they see how they can work around this whole situation.
That's actually a good point. So party of
Mikhail,
I'm in Norway. Sorry to say.
Just hold on, both of you. There's a caller here, international call. Hello, caller. Can I just hold on, Mikhail? Caller, how are you, caller? On the phone. Can you hear us on the phone? Hello, on the phone. Yes. How are you? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, thank you so much. What's your contribution on the topic?
Yeah, my contribution. I think I put some comments on the comment line about my cousin. Cousin Wami was going to work and he was renting the whole house, I think in Midrand. And abantwana they will go for holiday in Kaya, Zimbabwe. So on his way to work, bamthatha bamvalela about 3 months. Then from that 3 months, then they send her back home. So now we wanted to go back. What I tell impahla zakhe. Then landlord she said because he didn't pay rent for 3 months, so he lost everything. He lost everything. As it is looking, he's very depressed.
But what was the reason of locking your cousin for 3 months in the custody?
I don't even know. Like, I reason why. The reason it's people. They find it for Jama people.
Okay, so it was a crime. He had a crime for Jama people.
Is from Zimbabwe.
Okay.
So they investigate those incidents and you end up to see which I want to know Zimbabwe. So I'm released and then I'm deported in Zimbabwe. So he wanted to come back in the woman which was retired. Then they said, no, you do not pay rent for 3 months. So I will not cut. So as it is, he's very depressed, intesting decide and everything.
But rent here in Mali or equivalent to furniture.
I don't know because it's very contact line. So
But
yes. Hold on, Sissy, hold on. What you want to say, Mikhail, to you?
No, I wanted to say something before.
mina bengicela ukuthi ngiphendule uSisi.
Yeah.
Ulandlord akekho wrong. Ulandlord is in a business. Indlu lapho kwawulempahla zesihlobo sakhe. They occupy a space that was meant to be paid for by someone. Mina, I think in mistake abayenzayo. They should have actually bona bahle bathi bebona ukuthi umuntu lo sebochiwe bathatha impahla is either bazi split amongst the family or bazitha ekhaya ngoba ulandlord la was running ama-losses in his business. I know it's an unfortunate event.
What happened to being human? What's
No. In a business, we take the human aside. Do you know ukuthi ama supermarkets are throwing food away while there are people who are going hungry? They are doing that. That's a business. So in a business, there is no humanity in business, unfortunately.
What did you say? You wanted? Sisi, hold on, Katina. Kuluma, Sisi, Siaguza. Continue. Yeah.
You know what? We realized so maybe a month and some weeks.
Yes.
Family yakhe sihluphekile ukuthi ifuna yakhe kayingeni sokuhanja kuyokhangela khona ngalo lelo hayi umuntu Yabona i-process yakhona.
It's
ulandlord yena sethatha advantage phela abantu olandlord asifanani wathatha advantage ukuthi ungumzimbabweni sedipoti noba nolandlord ukuthi hayi umuntu wami sedipoti sengapha, so we try ukuthi to-organize izinto, then we come and take
no.
Why are you shaking your head, Michael DJ?
Landlord hasn't done anything wrong. It's an unfortunate event. This whole scenario is an unfortunate event. But landlord naye ufuna irent yakhe, lo ufuna impahla zakhe, yena wathi wabotshwa i-government won't pay the landlord. Uyabona into yakhona, so kule one of them who is going to give in.
Okay, continue,
Wait,
thank you very much.
But I had to be a human who's
Sorry about the noise.
Yeah, usisuthi kona i-reason ayifoneleyo ukuthi kona into ezenzakalayo uthi ngathi ukuthi
oh right, not to criticize or
hayi sengiyizwile sithi.
All right.
Yeah, ngothi ukuthi ulandlord
All right. Okay. All right.
My last question from you. What is your advice to Zimbabweans in South Africa? Whether you've got papers, whether you don't have papers.
Is it me?
No, the sister on the phone.
No, the call.
My advice, to be honest, I'm outside. My father's from South Africa, my mother's from Zimbabwe, I grew up in Zimbabwe. So I'm Zimbabwean, right? But to be honest with you, I'm especially now the family, kumbiyasebenza. Wangona ifamily ihambe iye ekhaya ibe safe. Ungenze thuna lapho uzabanja khona ngoba lapho phela urun. Izinto ezenzakala eSouth Africa lesibona thina izinto ezingayisizo ngoba nansi UK njengabafika. So masibona izinto ezingayisizo kuma Facebook, izinto ezenzakala kuma social media. But ngoba ukuthi it's real. Kuyasethuza thina abanye abantu ukuthi xa ubona abantu bangini ukuthi
my sister, I want to be honest with you, my sister. I want to be honest with you. South Africans now, not all of them, but they don't want us. I want to say this now. We have created problems for ourselves. Yes, I understand.
Yes.
We have done a lot of damage in South Africa ourselves. We have done bad things as Zimbabweans ourselves. I understand why South Africans, yes, they are taking advantage of political situation, but we are to blame. Every robbery we see in South Africa, there are 2-3 Zimbabweans inside. Every shooting, every road accident, yes, accident can happen, but every road accident, whatever, Zimbabwe is involved. If you go to the prison association right now, the percentage of Zimbabweans in prison is unbelievable. Zimbabweans. Yes.
That is it.
No, it's not like that, sister. It's not. That is not the issue. Zimbabweans, we need to go and solve our issues right now. But better by attack in their countries than to attack another country.
No,
Ulos wants to say something before you go.
Yes. Before I call you, in mind.
Yeah.
Putfield.
Yeah.
If crime is crime, it doesn't have a color, it doesn't have a race. That's what we need to understand. Nigerians are doing the most in America, all over the world. You understand?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But nobody putting a blame on the system of America because of Nigerians. Nobody. They are doing their security, they are doing their homework, they are making sure that whoever commits crime, we are bosh. So you can't put a blame on Nigerians because when your system is failing.
Why are South Africans always saying Zimbabweans? Why is the volume?
I need to
Hold on, Lozi. Continue, ma'am.
I need to go.
Where are you going? Stay there.
I need to go.
All right, Lozi.
Okay, sharp.
Europe will come to you even if you are innocent. But abantu benza ama-drugs uyazihambela wena uyazidingela ama-drugs akubulale akudake wenza, but you go there for yourself. So i-crime ama-Nigeria lama-Zimbabwe so different. Even if you come to search, you can see that i-crime ama-Nigeria lama-Zimbabwe is so different. Ama-Zimbabwe abulala. Ama-Nigerian, they sell drugs. When you zihambela uthenga ama-drugs akho, it's your choice. And that is competition.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now ama-Nigeria uthenga ama-drugs. Ama-Nigeria kalacala. Kabuya zokufuza ama-drugs. But ama-Zimbabweans armed robbery ayabulala.
Okay, I uzwa kahle sis. Right. I know, thank you so much. I suyibeke kahle sis. Ya ngiyakuzwa sis. Ngiyakuzwa sis. Yeah.
Josh?
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, guys.
Water,
you must keep in touch, guys.
Can I have some water, Van, please?
See, you must keep in touch.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Okay. Right.
During the week.
Right. And Katina, just hold on. Hey, brother, how are you? You're right.
Okay,
we are talking here. We want to linguistic everyone because we have got Katina here from Norway. So we want to but this one is Michael, that one is Katina. Katina, you want to continue or you want to give the young man a chance or you want to...
Sorry?
You want to talk or you want to give the young man a chance or...
No, he can talk, it's fine.
Yeah, young man, meet the others, guys. What brings you here?
Tell us, man, that this is very simple and very straightforward. Joe Nyaguzwa Mtala Spandu, young man. Hi, Mr. Spanda. I'm actually 49.
You're a baby. You are a baby. You're 10 years younger than me. Don't come and tell me 50.
No problem. No problem, Mr. Spanda. Got at 49, kusho khona mdala ukuthi kudala.
Okay. Yeah, you know, that's how we will try to make the thing enjoyable. Right. So if you can speak what language is this like us.
Hayi mina mdala ngikhuluma konke mina. It's either Ndebele or Shona, mina I'm Zimbabwean, original Zimbabwean, and original Zimbabwean speaks every Zimbabwean language for status.
I'm original Zimbabwean too. I'm original Zimbabwean.
ngiyakuzwa sisi Katrina kodwa sisi Katrina ngathi sindelelane kathokwa lapha ngesindebele uzaqalisa ungitshela ukuthi andinzwi uyabona ukuthi kuzaba le problem
okay continue ke sizwe jahle udala mkazi lami
yeah uyabona lapha mdala lapha kule problem lenzansi yabo iproblem ekhona lapha mdala ukuthi mina i-experience yami as a person that has been in South Africa for at least 30 years right now as I'm speaking to you. Uyabona mdala i-experience esengiyibonile mina is a change of ukwenzakala kwezinto. Uyabona thina mdala zathi sifika thina la eGoli. First time we arrived here in South Africa. You know ukuthi Zimbabweans were the most loved people right here in South Africa. I can tell you ukuthi in 1991 every South African mother esasikhuluma naye sixoxa naye simarket imisebenzi trying to go about yabona njengaleyo. Those people even wished they could adopt us as their children. I was only 18 at that time ngifika la eGoli ngo-1991.
Yeah.
Yabona njengaleyo. Some of them even helped us. Basisiza to go around la eGoli. Sibancane sinjalo. Namhlanje what I'm seeing good as so izinto sesihambe ngenye indlela la eGoli la. What is happening right now Putas? Abantwana sebesuka ekhaya. Umntwana emncane le 14 years. Ubhuti wakhe ubamba inkunzi eGoli. Ubhuti wakhe kuthiwa uyiboss kuma-fraud. Ubhuti wakhe uyiboss ekubambela inkunzi lapha ezitradeni zaseGoli. Umntwana usukele 17 years ufika la eGoli la. Ujoyina immediately into eyenziwa ngubhuti wakhe or ucousin wakhe nalo yafikele kuye. Yes. I'm talking about Zimbabwe specifically. The next thing you have put us so talking about the last 5 to 10 years here in Johannesburg, more specifically in the Yeoville, Hillbrow areas. Put us when was it had become I don't know what to call it. Baghdad is even better because Baghdad is, at least has got a title to it. It's called the war zone. But nobody so put us so it's just being turned into a war zone by Zimbabweans. Imagine me put us I'm a musician, a long time musician. I mean musicians that I know, high caliber type of people within the music business. Yeoville, Hillbrow, Berea, all those surrounding areas have been written out by a lot of musicians. Imagine unamfethu wena uyiZimbabwean, you are an Uber driver. Abafana beZimbabwe beku-request ufike uvele wena ufike upaka ume khona lapho requestole khona. The next thing is ubanjwe inkunzi. Uthathelwe wena leyo phone. By those Zimbabweans who actually called you to come to pick them up. I'll tell you of a brother of mine just last year. You understand? The guy was requested that is corner Hopkins Street and Raymond for you guys that know the area. The brother comes around to pick up this to pick up Uma request. The next thing you know, the guy
next to Eastgate.
No,
yes. The next thing the guy ubanjwa ngama-homeboys wakhe. Uyabona into enjengaleyo. Ubhuti lwana ke aphume emotweni, tries to chase after these guys because sebemthathele the source of his work. Uyabona into enjengaleyo, which is his phone. Then the next thing you know, makajike koneni ku Raymond and Rocky Street. The very same guys abamthathele phone kanti bajike koneni bammela. The next thing the guy was stabbed to death. And I know that guy personally. Unanomntwana unomfazi. You know, into siyenziwa ngamaZimbabwean la eSouth Africa bafethu. I mean, it's so embarrassing, man. Guys, come on, man. It's so too much. Into yenziwa ngamaZimbabwean lapha eGoli.
They are digging their own graves.
Putwami, in South Africa, I mean, me coming from a Ndebele background, I don't want to be to lie to you. Coming from a Ndebele background, coming from a country like Zimbabwe, which actually wrote us out as Ndebele people, where we are not allowed to even compete in anything unless you are part of the status quo. South Africa was like a hideout. From Abokulube to Gutada. It was always a hideout where we can come in, work, build a family. Whether you had papers or not, you could still survive on the underground. But what has happened today, put us, Zimbabweans, about forward have caused a disaster. That is considered a serious disaster, and I was good at explaining it. And the only thing I can tell you right now, and go to me as Isaac, I've picked up my studio. I've got a small little recording studio. I mean, it's powerful enough to elevate me to the next level. I've got my tools. I'm a boiler maker, by profession. I've got my tools, like 20,000 rand worth of tools. I'm preparing myself as we speak. I'm busy crossing into Zambia, Buiselekaya. By end of October, I'll be packing my last bag. Yeah, I mean, in 30 years of my life in South Africa, and simply return home. I don't know what's waiting for me in Zimbabwe. I'll get there and register to vote and just hope the future will turn out better for us. But to be honest with you, when I'm for it, yes, of course, having said to Gutama Zimbabweans have caused a serious problem, we cannot run away from the fact. Yonke lento lena xenophobia singayibona isenzakala. That is the fact. But one truth that people should understand is that in South Africa, yona self as a country is a crime land. Singakhala ngokuthi amaZimbabwean this and that yabonto njengaleyo. Basukufake nakuma statistics at professional level. Yabonto njengaleyo. Statistics otherwise azokhuluma very much differently. Yeah, understand. I mean, out of 148,000 criminals in South African prisons, only 18,000 are foreigners. And out of that 18,000, we cannot equate 18,000 foreigners in South African prisons to Zimbabweans. No, ngamanga dawo. Nami nginje Isaac senge ngabotsha la South Africa. But my story wasn't, it had nothing to do with the crime. Kwakungumntwana yami iphuzutshwala yemali rent. So ngamshaya ngaboshwa eventually. So ngaphuma for indaba zakhe ze assault. So to be honest with you, I mean, you find him.
Sorry about that.
Tanzania.
Sorry about that. I just want to say hi. Just 1 second. 1 second. I want to acknowledge my father, Mr. Keith Bent there. I can see you in Oxford. How are you? Yes, my brother, it's so painful what you are saying. It's so painful. I honestly, if I had so many people like you, honestly now, the truth shall set us free.
No, I am our manga profile. I know people who came to South Africa in the 80s and so forth. South Africans have been welcoming. They've been welcoming our people, lived side to side happily with South Africans. But unfortunately, our generation, Africa, Yamosh. As much as we blame Zimbabweans or we blame foreigners, each justice system in South Africa is a failure. The corruption within the police force is the biggest contributor of enablers of those criminals. yibo who have actually let into a crime yakhula uyabona ukuthi for example Philomena now e-UK we've lived in the UK for over 20 years.
Yes.
But we know when you commit crime, actually you will get caught and you will get punished for it, even though the jailing system yalapa is soft, but you will actually chances of you repeating your crime again, chances are slim. But in South Africa, you know what you will do crime, you will bribe your way out. Tomorrow you are out, you will do the same thing again over and over and over. And actually, some people have seen what crime pays in South Africa. Yeah, but in the UK, you know what crime doesn't pay because wakanga, wabanja, wacheelwa, either they will deport you back to Zimbabwe. Chances of you coming back to the UK, they are zero. If they release you into the public, you know what the chances of you working a certain job is out. You actually end up being forced to change by the system, even though the jail wasn't hard, but the system has made you to change. Yabo mina ngikhumbula ngesikhathi ngifika lapha people babe driver bengelama license bengelama insurance benathi utshwala because it's the behavior that they actually came with from ekhaya. But kancane kancane isystem yalapha yaba-rehabilitate. Today wena imoto yomuntu onathi utshwala wena unje brafila ngeke uyigade. Uyayibona? Angeke uyigade njalo wena ngeke udrive udakiwe utshwala. Angeke udrive ungela license. I-system yakhona iyakumolda into a good citizen. But unfortunately in South Africa it forces you to be a bad citizen.
Sisi, do you want to contribute as well? You want to come in and talk?
No, but what he's saying is right. I agree. Even in Europe, especially England, Norway, and all that stuff. If you don't obey the rules, you are cooked. Even in job wise, community wise, everybody isolate you. In Africa, people do crimes because it's a survival mode. People want to survive. People want to have something. And the rich become richer, the poor become poor. And the rich, they make people slaves of just a tiny piece of bread. So people prefer to do robbery. But it's not advisable, of course. But if you pay attention to the countries where prostitution, robberies, crimes is due to economic situation.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Guys, let me say this to you guys. Let's use this platform to advertise your profession in South Africa for those who want to go to Zimbabwe.
Yeah, but why people always go to Zimbabwe to South Africa? Why they don't go to Botswana, for example? Malawi, for example?
Those countries are strict. Those countries are strict. You try to go to Botswana. Especially undocumented. You try it. Tomorrow you'll be back in Zimbabwe. You'll tell everyone that I wouldn't dare go to Botswana because serious? They don't play. I'm telling you.
Wow.
They've got this force. I think it's called I think it's called SSG, something like that. They don't mess about.
If you're still in Botswana, you learn a lesson.
Really?
Botswana, if you do any crime, you learn a lesson. Botswana is a country where you enjoy life. It's unfortunate that it's not as beautiful as South Africa. But Botswana, you know that now is a no-go area for crime.
Wow, I didn't know that.
You don't do corruption in Botswana anymore.
Yeah. In Botswana, if you go to Botswana, make sure everything of yours in order. Simply as that. If you want to be treated nicely and everything, make sure everything is in order.
Guys, my conclusion here My conclusion here is, according to the way I've listened to everyone who came in here, we Zimbabweans are a problem. I never said all of them. We Zimbabweans are at fault. We are causing problems for other people. So my advice is, let's go home and sort our country. It is a I think. Yes,
Ndara. Can I come
yes,
in?
okay, Kulum.
Yes. Ndara wangu kunonzwe nyika inovakwa nevene vayo. But that can only happen if those that are in power do allow that to happen. You see? It's as easy as that. Ukuthi ilizwe liyakhiwa ngabatwana balo. That can only happen if those that are in power do allow that to happen. So in this case, we are just vulnerable Zimbabweans with all our qualifications. But at the end of the day, you come back to a country, 1,000 trickery. Even if the theory of the business often it's up in your head, then you start receiving all the kind of shenanigans that do happen in Zimbabwe. I'm a boiler maker. And kule boiler making yami mina ngiyenza. Into engizenza putas manga ukutshela zona manje. I mean, it's something very serious. I mean, if I tell you ukuthi mina putas I can engineer a bolt. Ibauto. Yabonto njengaleyo. It's that kind of thing, yabo. I-government yeZimbabwe ngizathi ngifika mina kathese eZimbabwe. Ngifike ngithi alright sengikhona mina bafowethu. Ngumzokozoko mina igama lami musically. And ngapha kuboiler maker bangibiza Isaac. It's as easy as that. Mina ngikhona ukwenza amabhawuti. I can engineer them, all sizes, you name them. Yabo? All I need is the machinery. Put down the CNC machines. Put down the lathe machines here. Let me get the job done. Yabo? Yonke into ibisiqalisa manje phezulu. Ndiyani mwana wani akazalwa kwakho.
Yeah, but can I give you advice? I'm from Mozambique.
That's what happens in Zimbabwe. Was a manje ka Tesla in South Africa before usiswami ngene. Was a Tesla in South Africa. And come and see, I know a lot of Ndebele brothers when I'm mfowethu. Some of them at tender levels. By tender in South Africa. I'm talking of people from Goblawayo, people that have been rejected in our own country. You understand? These are the people tendering in Lagoma construction there in South Africa. You find people from a Temperland. Umuntu wako lupeti tender, uyakhi isikolo in Eastern Cape. Umuntu wako lupeti tender. Itender yakhe ngeyani? Fiber optic cables. He's laying down cables. Ndebele lo muntu is from Bulawayo. Yabo? There's a lot of people like that. But Tina is speaking about abantu basemaThepeleleni. Yabonto njengaleyo. None out of 10 of us have no confidence whatsoever. Ngekantri okuthiwa yiZimbabwe noma kuthiwa sibuyele ekhaya. Many of us see ubuyele ekhaya is nothing but big taken.
Will you want to go to Zimbabwe now or no?
No, put us. That is not the question. I think we will share the mvula topic yami, mvula story sami nawe la. Ukuthi put us. Mina ngishaya phansi. I cannot be called the Korekwere for 30 years. Ngapha I've engineered 1,000 million things. Some of them
if you don't mind asking.
Every day I pass through the highways. Lapha ngibheke leyo construction site. Ngisho ngithi that job was done by me. Imagine if we building a Siemens, if you are aware of South African migrant, anybody who has passed on the N1, who has passed on the N1 in migrant just next to the Africa Mall, there is a building there, Siemens. It's the main headquarters of Siemens South Africa. That building is concrete built, and it's all covered with cladding, aluminum cladding, which is called hula pond. It's German manufactured. Trust me, the people that put up that job, 9 out of 10 of the people there were Zimbabweans. I was part of it. Today you land at Johannesburg International Airport. Look at all those panels that you see at Johannesburg International Airport. Our copper, panels, these square panels, yes. They look like tiles. They are copper looking like, if yes. Ever you've noticed them. 9 out of 10 of people that put up that job were Zimbabweans. I was part of that cladding job.
But today,
and to make matters worse, 9 out of 10 of them were people.
But today they're saying go out of the country.
But
put us logo how that one is a done deal. Me abantu abanjengami of my caliber. We have just resolved. We are going back home. We have no other choice. There is no choice actually. You won't let to reapply for your permits and blah blah blah. That's nonsense. That is just to formalize the cancellation. It ends there. So
can I jump in?
That resolved one thing. That one thing that they've resolved is that we are kicking out every foreigner here. Believe me, they are the millionaire status type of people. That was so sad. The rest of us are going back. We are going back for sure, put us. Who Kotlizana? As Kotlizana in Bafo to send the topic is Kotlizani. Yebo ku right to ukulibasana. Kodwa no, I've been here mina. I've been here during Kukula in 2000 to Tabombeke sifakela amasochi ubro yonke there. I was there. I survived that. But what's coming now, I can tell you, it's even bigger. It's even bigger than that because now they have to make sure they kick out every Zimbabwean foreigners. As a matter of fact, you've been the downfall of the ANC.
Listen to me. Before Mikel comes in, don't you think Nigerians will cause a lot of problems because they will all say no, we are not going anywhere?
No, let me tell you one thing. There is a very big difference between Zimbabweans and Nigerians on an intellectual level. The difference is this. Nigeria as a country, they are the biggest economy in Africa as we speak. And I'll tell you one thing. Nigeria is got leverage against South Africa. So whatever move South Africa makes against Nigeria, trust me, Nigerians can always turn back and say, South African, we are going to do this against you. We have seen that a lot of times, whereby South Africans run Amo Kulana, burning down businesses belonging to Nigerians. Nigerians have always come back for them. What do we have as Zimbabweans is leverage against South Africans? Nothing. Not even ZANU-PF itself has got leverage. Whatever South Africa does to us, not even ZANU or the Zimbabwean government is going to say a word. Because if they try to push that against South Africa as the Zimbabwean government, trust me, they are only standing as a government. It belongs to South Africa. Right?
Thank you so much, Mikel.
If South Africa woke up tomorrow morning and said that they are ZANU-PF, and this is it. No human rights in Zimbabwe. No, yabona. If that doesn't happen, we are going to shut down borders. We are going to shut down the trade between us and you. You understand? ZANU-PF still, ZANU and Zimbabwe's government still doesn't have a leverage against that. Or else, be condemned as Zimbabwean citizens. That's the only thing they can do. Just like reporting on Facebook, whereby they are saying the Zimbabwean government finally breaks silence.
I saw that.
The Zimbabwean president has spoken. What does he say? What does he say? He says South Africa must do whatever it can do to deal with
No,
illegal.
that was a fake post. That was fake. That was fake.
Was it fake?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was fake. But anyway, anyway.
Yeah, a lot of things has happened to Zimbabweans like South Africa without the Zimbabwean government ever coming to our aid. A lot. We can name 1,000 in Jabaga Elvis Nyati. Where did the Zimbabwean government come in there? Trust me, if that was a Nigerian killed that night, a cheese on Umdido Ngadiadela. I'm telling you right now, even South African businesses were going to go packing. That is what you call leverage. We shall call it to pay timbers or nothing pay timbers. We want to change a local way to local South Africa, Zimbabwe. It's nothing but serious nonsense. Look at South Africa, why does it continue with this support blind to the Zimbabwean government? I don't understand this. Right now, everything is just against them. Whether it's the healthy system, put us a healthy system because this is what has gone viral. But we just don't know how we are being treated up at number 4. We just don't know. We are being treated badly there. Zimbabwe has become a crime in South Africa. As if we are the only foreigners. The only foreigner they can talk about now is Zimbabweans. How do you feel on every day? Now, TV every day, immigrants, foreigners, Facebook, Tutula movement. And our government has got no leverage against that. Nothing whatsoever.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
We are just an
brother? I know my sister wants to talk, Michael wants to talk. But I have got the spokesman for the president of Zimbabwe. What do you want to tell him now?
Is the spokesperson for the president of Zimbabwe? Yeah. Yes, even speaking to these guys, okay, let me try. What things I'm address? Kuti kwa imi madhara imimi amusi kuona zviri kuitika kuvana veZimbabwe. Amusi kuzviona here muri vanhu vari sei imimi? Mari dziri kubiwa muZimbabwe. Mari dzakakosha, mari dzinofanirwa kuti dzibetsere vanhu vekuZimbabwe. Munongoregera zvakadaro muchisungana naHopewell Chinono. Wakakuiteya naHopewell Chinono because vari kubetsera imimi as government of Zimbabwe. Kana Hopewell Chinono achikutaura kuti uyu aba mari uyu. Mhosva yake chii ipapo? Chii mhosva yaHopewell kana kutaura kuti uyu munhu aba mari? Nyaya mo blessing adi. Ana Job Zikala vari mujele right now. What is his case? Kuti ainomirira vanhu, ainomirira family. Yemunhu afa wekufamily kwavo. That is his case today. Vafana vekuZANU-PF vari busy vachimhanya Lamborghini Urus. How can you run with a Lamborghini Urus in a country full of those potholes? Come on, please. Mr. Presidential spokesperson, come on, man. Please. Please. It's too much. It's too much. Amukwani muri vanhu vari sei mimi? Aibo. Akatisolele mani. Akatisolele. Mbani omunye umuntu ozasizwa kanti la emhlabeni unje uyi-Afrika. Mbani omunye umuntu ozasilalela. Who is going to listen to us? Nxa sokusehlula lina as government of Zimbabwe. Kumanje siyaxotshwa le South Africa. Besizozamela lapha ngoba bekunzima ezweni elibuswa yini lina baphathi beZimbabwe. Right now we are being chased away. Still, you still want to get something out of us ngokuthi sesiphendukisa impahla zethu eZimbabwe. What kind of people are you? Mina ngile motor putters. Right now I'm selling my car. A car that I didn't want to lose. A car that I worked for so painfully.
But my brother, can I advise you before you sell your car?
My car is only 20 years old, putters. My car is 20 years old. My car has got only 183,000 kilometers on the clock. I can't take my car back to Zimbabwe now. Why? Because the government of Zimbabwe has simply declared to Gucci a car that is 10 years old that cannot go into Zimbabwe. And the government has declared to Bafuna 14% VAT.
No, my brother, can I hold you there? Can I hold you there? Prafili, help me on this one. If you do a return citizen, does the 10-year rule count? Because my brother, before he sells his car, he needs to find out about that one. It might help him because now a return citizen, you don't actually pay the duty. You only pay VAT. I don't know if you are going into Oyazi or what.
You pay VAT. Right. But the rule put us is that if the car is above 10 years old, that is a sage.
Or even if you are returning, it has to be. Even if you are returning, it has to be less than 10 years. All right.
Whereas the country, Zimbabwe as a country, is running cars that are 25 years and above. You don't even manufacture cars in Zimbabwe. What gives you the guts as a government of Zimbabwe to start putting rules and regulations on people's cars?
Yeah.
My car is well maintained, even if it's 20 years old.
Sisi, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you drop me?
This guy is well maintained all the time.
Baya X, yeah.
Don't talk about Zimbabwean. You know, I sometimes ask myself, why was I really born Zimbabwean? Why was I New Zealand sometimes? Why was I Australia? No, man, man. I mean, each generation, the 1974 born generation, we are done. We are done. The one that has made it, who's a London, who's a Canada, who's a America, or rule South Africa. And in South Africa, it was not for everybody to make it. No manga now. None out of 10 of the people from Zimbabwe, but Canada and South Africa, they've been scratching just to survive. It's only 1% of Zimbabweans that made it in South Africa. Yes, sir. They made it in South Africa. It's nothing but criminal lokunjani proceeds. Abantu abagenuine ababezama ukusebenza kuthiwa aba illegal. Yibo abantu abayi-vast majority. Yes. And those people come from my age group, the 1974s, 73s, 75s. Silabafazi silabantwana. Zimbabwe has never provided nothing for us. No, we are talking of the next generation.
What is the percentage of Zimbabweans in South Africa?
The percentage of Zimbabweans in South Africa is in our population. They don't make even 2%. Professionally, they don't even make 2%. Because as a total, foreigners in South Africa, they make 4%. Now, when I'm saying foreigners, my brother, we are talking about Bangladeshis here, Pakistanis that you find in every corner, in street corner of South Africa, including rural areas of South Africa. Zimbabweans are only found in city centers like Johannesburg, Pretoria, Petersburg, Bebekona, Nasemakaya, Emaplazini, and all those kind of places. They're basically a driver of South African economy. Because wherever we are, we are waiting people.
Where is your family now?
My family is in Zim. Well, umama no baba bashona well long time back. That is 23 years ago. That is umama no baba. That's the time that they left us. I'm the oldest guy in the family. Imumfana ngi-1 kumantombazana u-3. Ndamantombazana u-3, I've got one of my young sisters Ula Ekoli. She's been working now on a permit. Yabo yena le ama-ZTP. Yena ke i-company ade isebenzela has decided ukuthi yiba banjani abazoba yenzela yini i-application yakhona via ini companies lawyers. Uyabona into njengaleyo. And then my other sister is in Zimbabwe. Yabo. She's been scratching now. It's been such a terrible
And
life.
do you have children?
Especially for her. You know. Yes, I do. One is a South African, one is a Zimbabwean. Meaning ukuthi the other one ngimzele nonani nomama wala eSouth Africa. Yabo. Kodwa zange keke saba nani nempilo naye lo mama lo. Kodwa ingane yami is here in South Africa una 26 years. That is my daughter. She's totally South African.
Do you want to ask him some few questions before we wrap up? This guy, his story pains me. I can do a documentary.
Yeah, when he first started, I had words to respond to him. But actually now, he's made me emotional. You know, sometimes when we are looking at things in a privileged environment, we actually fail to understand what they are going through. You know, I don't face the challenges that they are actually facing in South Africa, and you can tell he's talking from the heart. He's talking from the heart, and it's painful. I've got no words.
Guys, my brother, I can tell the pain you have. I can tell the pain you have. I need to, when you get time, we talk about, you know, I think you've got a lot which is worrying you about the situation in Zimbabwe. But I would like you to come to another platform again.
Look, I'll tell you one thing. I mean, I'm open to talk. As a matter of fact, to be honest with you, I just don't know why did this happen with you today when I'm for Philip's band. I don't even know why when I'm trying. You know, I've watched 1,000 Yama live. I've always been the one watching and listening. In typing and 1, 2, 3 typing it up on yabo. But I've never really gone live. This is the first time I'm live. I'm on a podcast. I don't even know how it's called. Maybe this is a live podcast or something like that. But I think this is the first time I'm live here. I'm from Blawayo. I'm from Queen's Park. That's where I come from. I'm from Queen's Park.
Do you mind if we send a documentary about life in South Africa?
Putas, I've got a lot to tell. Putas, I'm like an archive of stories. Believe me, if I'm to discuss with you right now my musical journey in South Africa, which comes from around 1997 to date, you'll be very surprised the people that I've ran into, people that I've worked with. You probably even listen to a song by me. You just don't know what it's me that's talking to you right now. So, without disclosing all that, I want you to be alert. I'm that kind of person. I don't undermine what you're doing, you guys. I'm loving it. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm watching you guys. That's why I decided, let me go on a live. Actually, I remember last time in getting a comment, I think it's yesterday or 2 days back, you're having your show, you played some piano songs, and then I came on a little bit harsh on you. I was like, Yazin, you can't tell me because if business promoter and I'm South Africans, I'm Soul Brothers and all that, this has to come to an end. especially abantu bakobulawayo. Yabona by overpromoting South Africa is power South Africa.
I saw your comment. I saw your comment. Sorry, I didn't know it was.
You remember that comment? Yeah, that was me. That's me. We are going to put as I've got a lot to talk about. But at the end of the day, we will take it one by one. I'll always participate in your show. You know, as long as it's article, I did have some little bit of data. That's why it's scheduled. We one kick, one me dog. Mama Zimbabwe participate as a boy from Plawai. Because 9 out of 10 of the times you find good boys is Kulumintando yazo. Tina si komanje la pale matepele and as if we are not part of the country. No. You know, that kind of thing, yabona. Fanele sinjani zameni ukuthi sibreke leyo kind of barrier. Yabona njengaleyo. Ngolimi lwethu nathi we are people, come on, we mustn't be excluded. Zimbabwe has to come to the realization that Zimbabwe is a nation that involves a lot of tribes. We need to embrace each other. I mean, that's my belief. You know, that I think Namin is I know it's my first time. I felt too good. Let me just blast out a little bit. You know, I think next time we might have a better.
Thank you so much. Keep in touch, man. There's too many WhatsApp number. Then you know you can get in touch. You know, and South Africa soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I hope you to do it.
I'll definitely look for you. When I'm in South Africa, I meet a lot of guys there. I always come. Let's just keep your play Moses for you.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kazam.
Yes. I know the area. I left the area actually. I left Yuval, you know, like 2.5 years ago. That's the last time I left Yuval after living there for 20 years. In terms to say Yuval is because I could no longer go and buy a beer on 7 o'clock. I could not move 100 meters. 50 meters on the streets of Yuval. You know,
it's okay.
Put us criminals from Zimbabwe. Put us 9 out of 10 of the people who are victims of that kind of Zimbabwean crime are Zimbabweans themselves. Imagine that kind of thing. Are Zimbabweans themselves. It's because of a Zimbabwean.
We
have to put that in my last 20 years. I haven't heard of a killing of a South African killing a Zimbabwean. I haven't.
Mina, what do I fear the most with all these happenings? I fear Zimbabwe is Ovanjan with all these people or with all these criminals going back to Zimbabwe, because we almost have a non-existent police force.
Some of these crimes are funded in South Africa. For example, a typical example. Let's talk to Gushai Tambo. We are going to let Spark Plus. We are going to let us and this is being caused by Americans.
Yes, and I fear for that. So armed robberies. So we also it's just getting silly. And unfortunately, Zimbabwe is if it's faced by a crime in South Africa, we won't survive.
To be honest with you, I've got it in my mind. You go to Queen's Park. I need to fortify my zone as well. Because I know Guti, I won't return to Zimbabwe alone. We are probably going to arrive 1.5 million Zimbabweans by March next year. by March next year.
And the government,
1.5 million.
and the government, if you see lie, is not even prepared whatsoever.
Oh, they're not. How will they prepare? Prawam, yes, who Kotisana Prawam. The government relies on mere manpower, not intelligence at that level. Intelligence, okay, has been deployed into opposition.
That's where the problem. That's where the problem is. Because on a police station, they even don't have a car, a mere car. They don't have a car in a police station, and you expect those people to come and help you when you need them. They won't.
I think we will have to hold that for another day. Discuss a situation in Zimbabwe. Okwamanje besidiscussa nje-situation yani yethu thina amaZimbabwean la eSouth Africa. To be honest with you, Putusibanda Jamela bafo sesixotshiwe la eGoli. Nino Isaac, I confirm that to you. La eGoli sesixotshiwe Putas. Sixotshiwe asafuneki la eSouth Africa. It's just a matter of time. Sibale eminweni thina abanye sesibala ngeminwe kanje uthi hey namhlanje ngivuke ngisurvivile uvuke futhi kusasa uthi hey ngisurvivile futhi namhlanje kodwa ama report putters belokhe kufikele efonini ukuthi hey lapha abadoda zokushubile endaweni ezo amagumba sengenile lapha abantu sebegcwele ezimoteni hey madoda endaweni eso sokushubile sebefikile sokwenzakala so. That is what is happening now, putters, and it's happening at an accelerated pace. Sasikwazi ukuthatha ukuthi kuyabotshelwa, but you could stay 1 week ungabonanga kumba elithwala lidinga foreign. Manje putters go accelerated. It comes anytime without you thinking. Some have gone to clubs to go and drink beer, only to come out and enter a kumba.
Yeah.
Within 3 weeks, that is now the situation there in South Africa. So wherever you are as a Zimbabwean, i-advise engayinikeza abantu basekhaya ukuthi siphatheni kahle ngihlukaneni nendaba yokuzimixa kuma-public arenas, into zamabhawa lezi, into zotshwala lezi. Kanti angibona mina ngibhizi ngiyazitshayela, ngizitshayela ibhiyazi yami, ngitshayisile manje emsebenzini. Can
I ask you a last question? Putas? We saw ama shootings ayenzakale ema-pub in the last few weeks or few months. What do you know what caused that?
Yes. Look at Putas, man, sound.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Putas, let me tell you one thing. Like I was saying to you, South Africans, they've diverted Yoke crime in South Africa and made it to look like foreign. That is a lie. We only constitute less than 10% of South African crimes. As foreigners, this is what is coming in South Africa. Yeah. Belezama abotutula to divert the real issue. Ukuthi South Africans into yabo le izabo carry guns. You understand that? Propaganda, you know. That's what South Africans have been doing, including in media yabo. In media yabo is like that as well. Ungababona bekhuluma news lapha Putas. Those guys, they don't want us, bro. They are news journalists, yes. The news, reading news there. Some of them even laugh. Caught on camera laughing. So, Yabona, you can go there, South Africans Putas. Me, na Putas, Yabona, like I told you, which I'm a musician. I've had the chance to walk into a lot of South Africans from all over the place. I'll tell you what, at some point, Putas, there is some other South Africans that you meet. You meet a foreigner. I would think that the Putas situation here for your own check. Yes, sir. uthi nxa ukhuluma nalo uthole ukuthi kushukile kushintshile uthi ukhuluma nalo uthole ukuthi bakulahlela ngaphandle bakutafuna njengechinga mengasela sweet yabona njengale utazi it's not easy sekuhambela lamanga ayisekuliziphungu yayo balisesinze futhi South Africans abasafuni in the minute is very good.
Let's talk. Michael got to get him. Let's talk.
Oh, sorry.
Let's talk. I want you all the time in all platforms because we know we want to talk about this. Let's help my brothers and sisters. Thank you so much, guys. Keep in touch with me.
Ngiyachazeka put Philip as long as ngubukela every day, you know. Ngiyachazeka, you know, some at least now usebalanzo.
Unthumele ngoma zakho ikhona sizazidlala ku radio as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, thank you. Thank you for that.
Then we'll promote you. Then we'll interview about your life journey into music.
Actually, you know, Putazuguti at some point, I had a deal, you know. I don't want to put me out, you know, into the public in Kodumede, you know. Then I hold away $5,000, you know, from an opposition party in Zimbabwe. I want to go with 3. I think we would outing Unigas and Jogu link Ogungani. I know Guti Tin have a lot of downloads and the likes, but it was bad on, you know, because at that particular time, the summer cities and all those things. As in Dabazan is the internet is so much a big deal like it is today. So we use cities. We managed to distribute check out the song Chinjama Itiro by a group called Excommunicated on
All right.
Oh yes.
Thank you so much. Keep in touch with them. Message. All right. Thank you so much, Azam. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, Kazi. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Michael.
Yeah, Profil.
Umzilu jake kuluma laphan.
Hey, Nimzwil. It's a sad situation. It's a sad situation. But enye into nje mina Profil as Zimbabwe, we shouldn't expect anything from the government. Okay. I think we as a people, if you are in Zimbabwe, don't involve yourself in politics. That's my observation about the situation in Zimbabwe. Don't involve yourself in politics. Just do your thing. Just do your thing. I don't think Minuguti, if you go and rent a warehouse, for example, in Bulawayo, and you start producing sofas, you start making beds, I don't think the government will come and make some noise to you. But yeah, if you grow big, and you start involving yourself in politics, you will have a problem.
Yeah,
that's my thinking. Us taking part in politics, take part in politics through the ballot. Yeah, well, when you are sitting at home, you can discuss politics as a family. But when you go out there to the men on the street, just be Michael, just be Phil.
Yeah.
Don't associate yourself with any political party. Come to election time, you know who you're gonna vote for.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Yeah. I think that's the thing that we need to do, because ZANU-PF, it seems to be a party that wants to rule Zimbabwe by itself, unchallenged. Yeah.
Sad. Hi, Michael, you know, we had a fantastic topic. Today it was fantastic. Let's try 3 hours.
Isikhathi siyahamba but sesisuke sadiveta la ku-main topic of the MEC.
Aye, at least, but you know, people, they put a caller then. How are we going to achieve change if we don't involve ourselves into politics?
No. You can actually, like now we've got technologies. I mean, if CC is talking irrelevant thing, that I think it will bring change into the country. I can watch them in the comfort of my home. I can actually campaign for CC within my household. I can campaign for CC within my relatives. That's the end of it. Come voting time, I will vote for. I don't have to go rallies and get beaten up by the police and all that. That's how you can take part. Me, since I came to this country, Brazil, probably most people who know me, I'm a Labour supporter, a Labour voter. But unfortunately, since the Tony Blair era and those Miliband brothers and what's his name, Jeremy Corbyn, I've never been interested in what Labour is saying or what Labour is doing, because I don't see them as a relevant party anymore. But when it comes to voting, I will know who I will vote for. I don't have to go to their rallies. So as Zimbabweans, we need to understand that now we've got technologies at our disposal. Just support your party in silence.
Yeah. Jahel Dala, thank you so much, Mafana. You know, I enjoy when you are here all the time because I
eating pendule umlungisi laphana. Actually, mlungisi akusobukwala. You can even do a silent protest. You don't have to go onto the street and making yourself vulnerable, because remember, Uguti, even those the CC that you will actually go to a rally and make noise, get beaten up by the police and the army. When you go to the hospital, it's you and your family that has to foot the bill. A CC won't care. They won't care. So what you do, just do a private protest. You can actually bring the change by being silent.
Just vote.
Yeah, well, just encourage your family to vote for the party that they see relevant to their needs. That's all that you need to do. Not to go to rallies, get beaten up on the street, making noise, this and the other. Now we've got Job Sikala in prison, who is looking after his family. We've got Itai Tamara, who disappeared, who is looking after his family. It's their loss. It's not me who has lost. It's not the MTC that has lost, but it's his wife and kids. They've lost a husband. They've lost a father. Me and you haven't even contributed 1 cent to their loss. So, but had he been doing the protest in silence, he would still be here.
Aye. Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you so much, Mfana Maslangane, probably on weekend.
No worries, Brafil.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mafana.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much. Thanks. That is a co-host, Michael, a young boy. We work together here. Thank you so much. Today, Thomas Mtangire was not here, but I've got some few videos to play for you here before we wrap up. We need to play this one here. Let's see if we can play this one here. Right. We want to play this, if it's possible. 1 second. Just give us 1 second. 1 second. Just give us 1 second. We need to play this video here so that everyone can listen to it. 1 second. Okay. Right.
Because if you are sick, In Zimbabwe, no treatment, good treatment.
Just one
I
second.
told you you're not allowed to go to them. But my device cannot delay. My device cannot delay. You must talk now. So open your mobile. So open your mobile to you. Then let's talk. Let's talk. Hey, let's talk. Start again. Hey, let's talk. Start again. Yes. Okay. But we are not allowed to pass the bush. But we are trying the best because if you are sick. In Zimbabwe, no treatment, good treatment. Then I'm going to see that to find a good treatment. All right. And then how many of you were there for the room today? Can you estimate maybe the number of people that you have seen or you've met or anyway on your way there? Just the number. Estimate. 1,000 people. 1,000 people that are within the bushes here now. Now to come back because we are going here in the morning. That is already going. Yes. So tell me now, on your way to the scene, did you meet the defense force members or the police? We found that they said the road there, they said we had to go there. But which road? Okay, which road did you use going there? The same route here. What time did you leave Zimbabwe? Coming this side? It's 7. It's 7 a.m. Yeah, I can see it's quite a lot.
So you see, when I talk about Zimbabweans being harassed, and a lot of people, you know, when I tell them that these things are happening, they think I'm lying. But I am so glad that now we are realizing that things are bad in South Africa. We are becoming to realize.
I understand your point.
1 second. Let us mute this one here. Let us mute this one here. Right. Let's go back to the So my advice today to Zimbabweans, my brothers and sisters, this is my advice. This is my personal advice. Let me turn off this. 1 second. This is my personal advice to Zimbabweans in South Africa. Guys, let's think about this. South Africans, they don't like us. They don't want us in South Africa. Plan. If you have got so many things which you think, start selling and prepare. I'm telling you, these people, they don't like us. I want to be honest with you. If I were you, let's use this platform to come with your professions and tell us, advertise yourself. What do you mean? I'm a carpenter, Philip. I do this. I'm a this and 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 this. So that, you know, whenever you go back to Zimbabwe, you are ready like Patrice. Abantu laba abalifuni in South Africa. Abasalifuni. They don't want you. So plan. That's my advice. Go on space. Follow the platforms if you've got e-data. These days you go to a space. Just once you go to a Twitter, look for a space. You will see almost in a daily place. You will find Tutula, Operation Tutula, they have got their meetings there. Just listen to the way they talk. Yesterday, I spoke on a platform of journalists. I was called Ngabizongo Mama because I challenged them. I said, what about those Zimbabweans, Abalama paper, who are genuinely have got papers? Omunye wangibiza amagama. Go to my space and see. But I had to block others because I don't believe in bullying. I blocked about 7. And they mean it. They mean it. So guys, I tell you what, guys, I think it's high time, Zimbabweans, stop supporting people who don't love you. I have got so many people I respect in South Africa, musicians. I love because they treat me, when I'm in South Africa, they treat me like a king, musicians. But I want to talk to musicians in South Africa that I'm kindly asking to have a boycott a little bit. Stop playing South African music. Stop attending South African gigs.
Every Zimbabwean can do that. Have an impact. If we all talk to our government and say, Star FM, stop playing these South African songs. Give 95% to your local talent. Zimbabweans, stop boycott all the shows for South Africa at the moment. I will talk to my artists. I have got people I respect in South Africa who they call me a young brother. They look after me. But let's have one thing as Zimbabweans and say, no, but we can boycott. Right now in the UK, there are outlets where they sell iwisa, impupu. We can boycott not to buy that iwisa. We can boycott not to buy those things from South Africa. We can boycott to send money through a world remit in South Africa. I am sorry to say this. We have to do it. Let's give them what you call tit for tat. I wrote a message to Nick Mangwana. I saw a reply. I haven't read it. I hope he responded. I said, Nick Mangwana, can you talk to our radio stations? Stop playing South African music. Stop playing South African music. Have a protest. That's what I wanted to tell you. If we all if we go on Spotify and stop listening to South African music, they will see the impact. Just unfollow Amapiano, they will see the impact. These people don't love you. Some people, they forget where they come from. The brother of Thabo Mbeki lived in Zimbabwe, in Kwekwe, for years. A lot of young South Africans during the apartheid went to schools like Townsend High School, went to schools like Evelyn High School, Gifford High School, Mpopoma High School. South Africans. But today, Zimbabwe is, instead of them to say, but brothers and sisters, Zimbabwe is part of us. Out of all the foreign countries, excluding Zambia, excluding Mozambique, countries like Nigeria, countries like Somalia, Zimbabwe is the nearest border, 500 kilometers from Johannesburg to the Bay Bridge. But today, Zimbabweans, we are the first ones to be called, get out of our country. Is that for real? I always go to South Africa all the time. I am so glad that on the 30th of October, there is a flight, Ethiopian flight, going to Bulawayo direct from England. And this is my new traveling. There is a new Ethiopian flight from Manchester to Bulawayo. I kindly ask my brothers and sisters, please, I beg you, let's use that flight and stop going to South Africa. Let's have a protest. The money you are supposed to spend in South Africa, go and spend it in Victoria Falls. Go and spend it in Great Zimbabwe. Go and spend it in Chipangali. Never small in your moyo. Yeah, I'm about to finish, but get up on Facebook, not you will stream yet. I'm about to finish, I'll give you 2 minutes. Get up on Facebook, not you will stream yet. Hamba on Facebook, scroll it down on Zambona. Go to the Facebook and scroll down, you'll see me. Forget the Facebook, stream yet. There's a link in your Facebook and years right now. But I'm about to finish, I'll give you 2 minutes. Guys, this is the high time. Me and you can make a difference. Me and you can make a difference. Let's boycott almost everything. I have said this. Today, as I speak right now as I speak, iyakhala ingoma someone right now who radio his map. Right now, as I speak right now, can somebody tell me right now, just listen proper to Star FM in the next 10 minutes. Listen to cause or to whatever FM in the next 10 minutes. Listen to, you'll tell me Brazil as we speak right now, iyakhala ingoma South Africa and radio his map. but they are treating your own people like that. You are cooking right now, Iwisa, Impupu Iwisa. You are cooking Iwisa right now. You're supporting South Africa. Stop it. Right now, as I speak, there is a Zimbabwean who is wearing a South African football jersey right now. Who is not proud to be a Zimbabwean? He's wearing a South African jersey right now in Bafana, Orlando Pirates, Kaizer Chiefs. As I speak right now. I don't need anything in South Africa myself. But because I've got people I love, I work with, I thought, music make us, unite us. I can play songs from Zimbabwe, from whatever, a genre, whatever. But what South Africa is doing, it will make me change my mind. It's up to you, Zimbabwe. Never small. Ngicela ungene ku-Facebook nxa ufuna ukuthi ngufake senza qedisa senzelele 3 minutes ngufake then put khapkhapha amafitshane or else uzajoina the next time. Guys, you can follow this link on YouTube. We are actually live on YouTube right now. We are live on Twitter. Follow me, freelance. Just follow me, the freelance Phillips Banda. Follow me, you will see. Right, I've got an audio. Let's play this audio, and then before I play the audio, there's a message here. The sad thing is that there is a fraction of those that have criminal intent, but talking about the straightforward citizens of the world, they have been dealt badly. South Africans, have always been a violent people. Minalami, my father, as South Africans and Mom Zimbo, so I'm disappointed by both sides. And the point that Mikel is talking right now is spot on. Corruption is killing societies. Very put, they won't touch our Nigerians. Then there's an audio here and you turn your announce.
Foreigners is not going to go. They're gonna stay here. Why South Africa is complaining for foreigners? They said must go home. Why is go to home? South Africa is not like job. South Africa is not like business. You like sauce. You like nyaupe. So why is complaining? They said, yeah, South Africa must go. They said, yeah, every foreigners must go. Every foreigners must go. Foreigners, you like business. You like job. That's why white person you like my foreigners. That's why my white person is not like my South Africans. You understand? So why is complaining said must go? I'm not going anywhere. You're gonna stay here forever. Why is complaining my foreigners? Huh? Why is complaining for my foreigners? Don't do like that. It's not good. It's the name of Jesus. Foreigners is not must go. You're gonna stay here forever. I'm not going somewhere. All schools is not closing. Why are you closing for school? My children every day is going to school. People you tell line for my group. They said I gonna fire. School is gonna fire. Business is not fired. It's not fired. Never. Every country is foreigners. Or Zambia, it's my foreigners. My South Africa is today. Or Malawi, my South Africa is today. Or Tanzania, my South Africa is today. Which one is complaining? He said my South Africa must go home. Which one is complaining? Problem, my South Africa is not going to school. It's not going to school. That family said go to school. No answer. That's why you shooting for people. Never. I'm not going. I'm telling you truth, people. I'm not going to home. You're gonna stay here 2030 home. I'm not going somewhere. You going to home, you're gonna do what? After I'm going to home, you're gonna, after my house, you finish. Not my house is not finished, my home. I'm not going. You're gonna working here, wire. Don't tell you my guru. Don't send my message for my guru. They said, Master Sapirika, hey, what? Don't you like send my message for lying? I'm not for foreigners, he's not going. He's gonna stay here. I'm not going. After I'm going to home, my house is finished. My house is not finished, I'm not going. You're gonna stay here 2020 war. I'm not going somewhere. You're gonna stay here. Why you complaining for my foreigners? My foreigners, you like a job. You like a job, my foreigners. Master South Africa, you like you so why is you said you complain for my foreigners? That's why my white person, you like my foreigner. Foreigner is very, very power. It's very, very power. South Africa is no power. It's no power, foreigners. That's why as my white person, you like power. You see? That's why my white person, you like foreigners. My foreigners, you like a job too much. You like a business. So I can't go in somewhere. I'm telling you true, people. I'm telling true. I'm not going somewhere. After I'm going to my home, my house, you finish day for my home. My house is not finished, I'm not going.
Thank you so much, guys. Let's meet again on the other programs. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that program will benefit you. Thank you so much for those who managed to come in today. Thank you so much. Follow that platform on YouTube, the Air Marshal Commander Show. If you want me to send you the link of the YouTube where you can watch all these programs, just send me a DM. And I'll send you this. Thank you so much. I want to take the opportunity to thank everybody who managed to come in. Ndino kutenda izukuru nerutsigiro rwamuno ndipakana chiuya tichitaura nyaya dzakadai so. Nyalibonga kakhulu ngosekelo elinika lona ukubana sikhulume ngento ezenzakalayo ama-current affairs ayenzakalayo. I want to thank everybody who managed to come to the platform. Nyalibonga kakhulu. Let's meet again on the other platforms. My name is the Amateur Commander Philip Simada. Thank you so much. God bless. Bye-bye.